is Problematic, and today we are returning to I Want to Hug That Gator. So we actually completed the objective of the title originally in the last stream. We've hugged Olivia. You could say game over there, but of course we're not done with it. So let's continue on our romance for this elegant baryonyx and see where we left off. Yeah, we want to load. We left off with our group of friends leaving the arcade after Olivia had gotten a fair match against what was his name? Buster O'Nuts or something. Yes, Strashacat. It's Gator time. Let's continue. We returned to the snack bar of the arcade that we were originally playing at. The snack bar is a small cutaway from the rest of the building, segregated by different style tiling and brighter fluorescent lighting. There's not a lot of options aside from what you'd expect: pizza, ice cream, chicken strip, pickles, and the like. When Damien asked for 2 slices of pizza, Liz got excited. The moment he got the food, however, he was already eating one while holding the other. She seemed really annoyed, but took his offer to let him pay for her food. He offered to pay for Olivia and myself, but the last thing I want for him to do is drain his wallet any further, knowing their living situation. It's barely over $10, so it's not like it bothers me. Olivia had gotten an order of chicken wings slathered in hot sauce. I just went with the classic chicken strips and one of the sodas I recognized from the school vending machine. We took a seat at one of the few open tables, and I struggled not to think about how often they're cleaned. Damien doesn't bother sitting with us, he just heads right back into the fray with both arms occupied by his dinner. Liz follows after Damien to keep track of him, at least her head does. Olivia barely even sets her tray down before I subtly shift away from the maelstrom of molars and claws. Damien probably said he'd cover the meal because he knew Olivia would get, like, this. Sheesh, Hot Wheels. Would you like some actual meat on that? I didn't even know wing bones could get that big. Olivia responds by snapping the bone in two between her teeth. The marrow squirts out a little, and she has to get a napkin to wipe her cheek. Suddenly, my own chicken tender meal looks even more unsavory, so I push it aside and closer to the toothed tornado. It only takes a moment for her to accept my offering with no manners whatsoever. Don't mention it. So, after we finish, any other plans? Olivia ponders my words while rolling a bone around her mouth like it's a lollipop stick. Why do I want out of that? It's just a chicken bone, Inco. An oddly large chicken bone. I don't know. I've basically done all I want to do by now. Damien's probably got another 20 minutes before he burns out. I'm cool to hang here, unless you want to do something. Nah, I actually don't play games much. I had fun playing with you, though. Olivia looks away for some reason. We should do this sort of thing more often. Yeah? Of course. I've never had this much fun outside of my previous schools, mainly because I never had many friends to hang out with. That's kind of sad. It is. But it looks like moving here was a change for the better. Plus, it's just fun hanging out with you. Though stained with sauce, Olivia's lips curled into a smile. And Liz and Damien too, of course. Though I have to admit, the way Liz gravitates towards Damien, it's almost like she had this all set up. What do you mean? Well, Damien and Liz are pretty close, so maybe she's using this as an opportunity for them to get closer. It's almost like we're on a double date or something. She jerks back to me, completely attentive. Did I say something? Really? Yeah, it's kind of funny. Since we hang out together pretty often, people might start thinking we're together. Something whips into my back. Gah! Olivia grabs hold of her tail. Crap, sorry. Oh, Yeah. Oh, she liked the thought of that. I had fun today. Going out like this for the first time in ages, seeing this place again, it's nice. That Buster guy said they renovated it a bit in the last few years. Has anything else changed? Olivia looks into the depths of the arcade, looking for anything different. You know what? I think the wallpaper's changed. But other than that, she turns back to me with a nostalgic grin. No, it stayed the same. You know what has changed, though? What? The people here. What, like employees? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Them too, but I meant the regulars. And we came here, the place was always more... Her tongue probes her cheek as she considers different words. More... hectic. No, more packed. It was so easy getting through here today. I recall her almost running some people over to get across the building. With the look she had back then, I don't think she'd have noticed if she had. Olivia's gaze lingers back toward the arcade machines. Back then, every machine was crowded. It was a lot louder, and there was always this something in the air that had everyone excited. What about when you and that guy were playing Jurassic Kick? Okay, yeah, it was like that, but way more. Like, it felt like every machine had a crowd around it. Everyone just getting crazy, and it was always a pain to wait your turn. With the heaviest of sighs, Olivia turns back towards me. Just feels empty, like everything else nowadays. I mean, empty is good. You were able to get around easily. Near hit and runs notwithstanding. And personally, this place feels crazy to me. Even here in the tiny food court, I can feel the rumbling loudness of all the people here resonate through my body. Her only response was a non-committal hum. Olivia handles her flask carefully, staring down at the sticker I'd noticed earlier with a wistful look. I remember that Liz mentioned about it being from an old show she watched. Say, I noticed that sticker when I went to refill it. What's it from? Oh, that? It's from some old anime that I remember watching growing up. It's nothing really special. From some anime, huh? What's it about? You want to know? Oh my god, the eyes! The immediate shift in animation for her eyes. These are her ooh-woo eyes right here, guys. Sure, I never really caught on to the whole anime stuff. Oh my god, is this guy even me anymore? But I'd like to know what it's about. Well, if you really do want to know, it's not like any other anime. It's called Gundam. And oh my god, she's a Gundam fan! That's a please. For the next 5 minutes, Olivia tries to summarize the premise of Gundam in detail. Oh my god, I've never even really been that big into Gundam, but like the fact that she is such a nerd for it, like, is so great. I love this. I love it. That's just look at all the just going through trying to tell someone about this anime. I should try Gundam again. Given that I'm as clueless to it as I was with the fighting terminology, the plot sounds completely esoteric. The sticker is of the symbol worn by a faction of space noids fighting for their independence. Sounds like a just and noble group with a goal like that. Watching her talk so passionately about the series, franchise, oh, that's a lot. For how long? But that's alternate universe stuff. Oh, and then there's this martial arts one, and she continues her description of the franchise. I start to realize how enamored I've become. Not just about hearing the show, but from seeing Olivia talking about her favorite show with some passion and energy. I find myself engrossed in her voice. She recounts a particular version of the anime as she is even taken to emulating segments from the show. And in the end, he finally admits it, and it's one of the best romances Gundam's done, and her sudden pause worries me. What's wrong? Nothing. Doesn't sound like nothing. Rather, given the roughness in her tone again, her throat finally ran dry. Do you need another refill? I'm good. Speaking of which, I feel like I actually need a little. That's better. She drinks deeply from the canteen that had started this all off. It's been a while since she talked herself dry like that. In fact, I can't recall the last time she desperately needed to hydrate like that. I think maybe around the start of the school year? She releases the canteen and lets a breath of relief out. Better? Olivia nods. Yeah. Anyway, where did I leave? Actually, I've probably been babbling on too long about it. Oh no, I don't mind at all. Nah, it's fine. Besides, you let me talk about my favorite show, so tell me about yours. Mine? Well, I haven't finished anything, but just mostly video essays about old shows. I'm told I can call myself a fan of video games without having played them, but does that apply to TV? Olivia sure has taste. She could tell me exactly what kind of show she likes and why she likes it. I just know bits of trivia. No, that can't be right. I've seen lots of things in passing. Like... Well, shoot. I have no swag. I guess I've spent more time watching in-depth video essays about shows than actually watching them. I'm not gonna lie, I feel that myself as I've gotten older, only for the fact, like, well, I don't know if I'll ever have the time to watch this show, so let me watch, someone's summary on it and, what the show is actually like. I do that for some. I especially do it for video games if I feel like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to, afford, getting a new game, so let me just watch the videos on it. Man, that's embarrassing. Ah, no it's not. She's a little wordless. Okay, maybe a little. But it's never too late to get into it. See what you do or don't like. Next time you're over at my place, we can binge watch a whole anime series. Hell yeah! I like the sound of that! But if it ever gets too intense, you can always watch Power Raptors with Vinny. Hey! Ah, relax. Taku shows like that aren't just for kids to like. It's funny though. I remember my dad letting me watch it as a kid, and Vinny got into it because I showed him. If you don't mind me asking, you mentioned that your dad's in and out of town because of his job. What is it exactly? He's on contract with the DoD. Wow. Really? Yep. Been working with the Air Force since I was a baby. Normally he isn't called that often, but when he does, it's pretty lengthy. Weeks, even months. That must suck. It isn't all too bad. We still call each other and send messages. The work just keeps him busy. Well, that's good. Keeping in touch with your folks is important. Why do I feel sad now? What about your parents? What's their job? Oh, mine are joint partners in architect. It's why we move around a lot, and the main reason why we're here in Volcaldura, I cannot. Volcaldra. Yeah. To begin with, I don't know how to pronounce this fucking name. Ah, now it all makes sense. What does? You know. So close. He points at my shades and jacket. Having on a jacket and shades doesn't automatically make me rich, Olivia. Dude, who else wears clothes from Abercrombie and Flint and has extra pairs of Ray-Ban sunglasses on them? People in mansions, that's who. I don't live in a mansion. For your information, it's a 2-story complex with an automatic gate and I see what you mean. Now you get it, moneybags. Suddenly, Liz starts waving her hands around excitedly. What the? Inco! Olivia! Damien comes rushing in, both arms filled with a pile of tickets. Whoa, mama, that's a lot of tickets. The other end is still trailing behind him. Damien got the jackpot, a megalomillionaire. This is probably like 1,000 tickets. I'm gonna go see what this gets at the prize corner. Come on. Holy crap. Alright, yeah. You done eating, Olivia? She takes the basket of chicken strips and pushes back from the table. Yeah. I roll my eyes and follow behind Damien to the prize counter. He plops his winning stash on the counter in front of the unamused clerk. So what'll this get me? Nothing. You need to drop those in a ticket counter first. Ah, damn, nearly forgot. He rushes off to get them counted, and I look over the options. I miss Chuck E. Cheese. There's a few old games up on the top shelf for several thousand. What's the exchange rate supposed to be? Below me in the glass counter is a bunch of candy and small plastic novelties. There's also a lot of joke items, whoopee cushions, air horns, things like that. In one corner is a series of licensed and generic plush toys hanging. What do you think I'll get? Probably the mini RC car. Or maybe that plasma globe. He's going to get a handful of candy and let us have the rest. You think so? Alright, I'm back. He hands the ticket over. I spot the number 1247 printed on the ticket. Dang, that's enough for one of the plushies on the wall. Let's see. I want... Hey, how about that? He points to a small foosball table on the top shelf. The girl glances up at it and back. That's gonna be like another few thousand. Ah, damn it! Well, I'm out of ideas. I guess I'll have some of those then. The clerk gets a small bag of chocolates from the display. You guys can have the rest. I don't really need anything here. Nothing's really speaking to me either. I might want something. Olivia scans the corner. There's still enough tickets for a medium prize. She might be going for a paddleball or something. Whoa, look at that. The eyes! She points to the plushy corner. Oh man. The blue slug thing? No, next to it. There's a weird dark green thing hanging in the corner. The only one of its kind. I kind of want to drop kick it. That one? I don't know. Something about it really makes me want to, I don't know, tie it to a firework and set it off into a deep fryer. I was just thinking the same thing. You guys are rude. I'm not saying you're wrong, though. It looks like he's the reason we have taxes. Why is everyone hating on this plushie? Straccia would be offended right now. Oh, I hate his face. He thinks he's better than all of us. I've gotten used to it. It's been around for years. Tell it I hate it. Damien, when have you been any kind of rude? Straccia would be crying. You don't really want it, right, Olivia? Wow, it's just like me. Her eyes are bright and wide. She's in love. Oh my goodness. Oh. The clerk hands her the stuffed toy, and she looks deep into its beady eyes. Yep, just like me. I'm going to set that on fire sometime. Now I feel like having both arms. We have two for a reason. The argument continues for several minutes. Guys, it's getting late. I think it's time we head out. Ah, shoot, she's right. Even though the weekend starts tomorrow, I still have a curfew that my folks are strict about. Agreed. Ah, I guess you're right. On the way out, Damien stops and breathes in deeply. You know, this was a lot of fun. Coming all together here for the first time in a while. Thanks for taking us, Liz. Oh, it's no problem. Thank you guys, too. Yeah, man, it was fun. We should do this again sometime. Does your lover... Oh, this is what she was checking out. Is it just like you remember it? Even better. I know I was a bit meh about the idea at first, but I'll admit, it was worth it. Test your lover. Oh, that's the one she was checking out! Wait a minute. Hold on. I have to see. Because I see the red light up here for burning. I just wanted to know if that was her or not. She's eyeing it up, but it doesn't say that she tried it. I just wanted to know. I had to know if that was her or not. Back in the car, the argument picks up again. Oh my goodness, I think I found my next thumbnail. Oh my god. I'm just saying you should try hiding pencils in its ears until they come out the other side of its head. If anyone hurts him, I'll kill you. She stares with razor intent back at Damien. Yeah, this is I like this. Okay, let's not get too fratricide over a plush animal. Olivia hugs the wretched thing tighter. So Inco, you want me to drop you off at your place? Oh, dang. Yes, please. I hadn't thought of that. I quickly send Liz the address to my house, which she puts into Google Maps. Buckled in, we head out to the parking lot and into the main road. Entering the freeway, we pass by the city, now illuminated. The early fall sunset bathes the car's interior a warm orange, and as we make our way home, I find myself recalling all the spots Olivia had highlighted. I wanted to ask her again, just so I knew for sure, but seeing her rest peacefully gave me pause. Well, I suppose I can ask her another time. Better to let sleeping gators lie. Wait, lay? Let her rest. She had fun, now she's tired. That's all that matters. Oh, that's a good image. I know Olivia mentioned that the place was updated, but I'd be lying to myself if I didn't say that it looked a bit too grimy. Just hope I don't get sick. Yep, I got sick. I've been completely out the whole weekend, sick like a dog. Must have caught it at the arcade. At first it was just a slight headache and a stuffy nose. By Sunday, it felt like my bones were made out of paper mache. I couldn't even go to school today. Man, this sucks. I shouldn't have ignored the signs. The rapid weather change isn't helping at all either, between the pollen and chills. Worst part is, I'm falling out of practice. I've tried on and off every hour to watch a drawing tutorial, but within minutes my consciousness is overtaken by a fog and I retreat back to bed. At this rate, I'll never actually have the skill people thought I had at the beginning of that contest. Between the sunlight, obscuring clouds, and my own bouts of unconsciousness, it feels like I've been sick for weeks instead of just days. I would have asked my parents for some help, but they still had work, and the most help they could be was simply calling into the school to let them know I was sick. Oh. Sorry, I was trying to slurp, and I did not have enough water left in that bottle. I'm wearing a fucking Snuggie. I finish up the cup of medicine I'd made and go back to my noodles. The only reason I'm even conscious right now is because I figured some soup would help with the splitting headache. And I've made sure the pantry is stocked full of cup ramen. I shovel even more instant noodles into my mouth as I lie splayed on the couch, trying to watch whatever's on TV. Eventually, I decide to set the salty goodness aside in favor of scrolling through the notifications on my cell phone. Of course, I got a few dozen from Damien. Bless his heart, he's been giving me an hourly play-by-play of the school day. Got a few messages from Liz, too. She's also filling me in on the school day, albeit not nearly as often as Damien. Even Olivia messaged me, and I feel oddly soothed as I read her well wishes. I suddenly get another notification, this time from Ben. It's a PDF of my homework, followed soon after by a simple get well soon animated emoji. Aren't I popular? I'll be sure to thank them in person when I'm better. Another wave of fuzziness washes over me, so Pop a few flu meds and chase it down with another gulp of lukewarm chicken broth. 3 days of being sick as a dog, and it's only occurring to me that I haven't seen any sign of... Huh. I thought I already got my grocery delivery today. Or was that yesterday? Whatever. I pushed myself upright on the couch, turned to sick bed, uncaring for all the styrofoam noodle cups and plastic wrappers that fall onto my carpet. Wow, I really let things get out of hand. My head is spinning and I make the arduous 20-foot journey. Oh no, she's gonna be at the window, or at the door. A check of the peephole and nothing is there. Yup, because she's gonna be too short to see. Oh god, it's her. She's gonna see me sick and in my mess. Or maybe it's a small child. Jurassic Scout cookies sound awesome right now. One hand works to undo the locks while I'm focusing on finding my wallet with the other. Damn poofy sleeves. If they weren't so Sup? You dead yet? Olivia! What? How? What are you doing here? In spite of her cheerful greeting, Olivia shifts side to side in her seat and her knees tottered together. Mr. Ledakin wanted me to give you the project worksheets for his classes. She pulls her backpack up from behind her chair and reaches in, drawing out a manila envelope and waving it in my face. My dizziness intensifies as my eyes attempt to track the rapidly moving object in front of them. Oh, the one about Baroque. Thanks. I'm pretty sure Ben had just sent me those as a PDF. She snorts and lets the packets go, my hands fumbling to catch it before it hits the floor. Without batting an eye, Olivia pushes past me as if wandering into someone's house was an everyday occurrence for her. Come on, the project isn't going to finish itself. Huh? She's already wheeled herself to my couch and set a backpack on the coffee table. Yeah, I figured you could use some help on it, or the box of the mountain of junk I left. I think her nose crinkles. Hard to tell from so far away. Damn, Inco, you live like this? My head finally catches up with what's transpired. Olivia is here now. Cool. What isn't is the sudden onset of vertigo. Guess I was standing upright for too long. I only managed to stay up just enough thanks to the support of the wall. What? Just how sick are you? Pretty sick. The disgust that was on her face is wiped away as she looks at me. Huh. I wonder why... Why's my floor coming at me? Ooh! Owie. After my impromptu tumble, Olivia had done her best to pull me up and get me to the couch. My robe did make it easy to drag me across the smooth floor of my house. This is a robe? This is a goddamn snuggie, you liar. Okay, forget the project. What project? Attaboy. I can't tell if the dizziness is new or not. Olivia's already started picking out the trash mountain, moving what she can into a grocery bag. Watching her with my vision going fuzzy only intensifies the vertigo. I guess I should take more of my medicine. I grab a can of soda from the half-empty case on the table, along with the bottle of cough syrup. I open the can and bottle into the glass I've been using all weekend, watching the delicious mixture slowly become my panacea. I don't know. Giving the glass a good swirl to ensure the best final product, I grin and gulp down my alchemical masterpiece. I don't get to finish the drink, however, as an olive green tail slams my midsection and makes me spit out the drink all over myself. The fuck are you doing? No wonder you've been sick as shit. What? I read online that it makes the medicine go down easier. Inco, you've been drugging yourself with fucking purple drink. I mean, yeah, it's purple and I drink it. Purple drink. Holy crap. How are you alive? Ugh. Smell of I spat out drink irritates my nose. I feel my stomach roil from both the impact and the forced purging. I resist the urge to retch, feeling all my energy drain away. Ugh. I feel completely spent again. My vision swims and the world turns counterclockwise. I feel something on my head, and I'm thankful that something soft and warm and soothingly smooth maneuvers it back onto the couch. The blackness of my shut eyelids returns, the uprightness of the world, and the numbness I'd grown used to overtakes my limbs. My Inco? Inco, are you okay? Oh man. Stay there. I'll figure. Olivia's voice is drowned out by a growing drone of white noise. Once again, the colors from outside the window bleed and flood into my house. And I'm still without my rent money. What? Someone's in here still. They're bent over something. Hey, you. What's going on? Oh, what is... Oh my goodness! What are we seeing right now? Are we high? Is this a fever dream? This has got to be a fever dream or something. Funny gator girl on wheels. Hang on, I'll try to help you out. So big. Big hugs. I want a hug. What's going on? Who is it? Where's Lucy? Where's it? If man came from monkeys, then how does Coach Solly This is a good question. I want hugs, but this is a valid question. This is still valid. I get so few opportunities to romance her. Also, what is that? I want to be cute. I want to be cute with her. Well, that's the questions about Coach Sully are never gonna get answered. Don't say anything. You're completely incoherent. Incoherent. That's my name. Before I can say anything, my being fades into the void. Whew. Oh, God. My head. What year is it? I sit up and glance around the room. Mom and Dad aren't back yet, even though it's 6 o'clock. Some business meeting, huh? Wait, no. What's that smell? Dang, something's cooking. Smells nice. Guess Mom is home. Wonder what the occasion is. Normally it's just reheated whatever. I put the couch pillows back the way my parents like them and head into the kitchen to see what's up. Wow, Mom, that sounds good. Shit, sorry. I didn't know you were still... Oh man, I passed out on you, didn't I? The assignment, it's fine. You feeling any better? Oh, are they not around very often? Yeah, they're usually busy with work stuff. Both have busy but well-paying jobs. I'm fine, don't worry. If you say so. Olivia looks down at the slow cooker and fiddles with one of the dials. Actually, do you really not have anyone around? No aunts, grandparents, no nothing? I shrug. Like, my mom's gone and my dad's a whole nother story. I honestly thought her dad was dead, originally. So the whole, like, Air Force thing was kind of a twist from what I was expecting. But at least he stuck me with the pains. In that way, I guess you're worse off than me somehow. The last part she spoke was quieter, and with her downcast face, I can't help but feel I wasn't meant to hear it. Well, yeah, you at least have your folks, but I don't think it does much good comparing our situations. I'll just have to be a better parent for my kids. Olivia flinches. I don't know why, though. Isn't that what everyone wants? You plan to start a family? Yeah, of course. What about you? My dad really wants me to. He knows he's pretty far from ideal. He's told me before that he hopes I can make a family work, like how he couldn't. It'd be nice, I mean. It's probably not gonna happen. I think it can. Well, after you collapsed, I panicked. I had to call Aunt Mrs. Payne to ask her what to do, if I should call emergency services. She says that when this happens to Damien, she just makes him shepherd's pie and waits for him to sleep it off. I had to root through your fridge to find out if you had jack shit in terms of ingredients. And your appliances, too. I thought a place this upscale as this would clearly have an air fryer. But all I could find was this slow cooker, so I threw the vegetables that hadn't expired into it with some stock. Should be good for your sinuses, at least. I vaguely remember something along those lines. I stepped closer to Olivia, peering into the glass window of the cooker. I didn't even know we had half of whatever's in here. Really? Why would your parents buy this kind of stuff just to let it rot away in the fridge? My mom does like to cook, but she doesn't do it very often. I wish she would. The green Gator snorts. You know, I'm only spoiling you because you're sick. It's not that. I just miss dinner, you know? Sitting around the dining room table and talking to each other. We don't really do that anymore. Except maybe on holidays. Olivia winces. No kidding. Sorry to pry. I can't help but sigh as I think about my lackluster relationship with mom and dad. It's alright. Anyway, I didn't take you for the culinary type, Olivia. The awkwardness of just standing and staring gets to me, so I choose to take a seat at our island table. Man, these chairs are surprisingly comfy. This is actually the first time the table was even used since we'd moved in. Thinking about it, Olivia's given me a lot of firsts now. I kinda wish mom would make dinner again, like before she got the promotion. Olivia hums to herself as she moves towards the fridge, pulling out the egg cart and scowling after checking it. How often do you get groceries, Inco? I ordered some earlier. Actual groceries, not just junk. Oh. God, that's such a waste of money. Imagine if you could cook the food you like. I try to, but my head starts to get a bit lighter. Though, now I can practically taste the salivating smell coming from the cooker. Is that why you're in home ec? There's another low hum from her as she considers something. I wanted to be ready when I had to have a place of my own. And it's actually relaxing. It just keeps my mind and hands busy when I'm alone. Lots of either this or, bother Mrs. Payne all the time. The cooker pings, signaling the stew is finished. When Olivia takes the lid off, a cloud of steam erupts from the rich aroma of cooked meat and vegetables. Can you grab us some bowls? I'm guessing they're on the shelves above. I nod and get up, moving around the table to the shelf with all the bowls. I give the top a quick dust check, sticking it back in and taking the two under it. Olivia already has the ladle ready, stirring the soup slowly. I set the bowls next to her and she ladles in servings for us. Okay, moneybags, back to the couch. You don't want to eat at the table? I can't. But oh. The island table doesn't really have the space for a chair to fit underneath. Plus, I want to enjoy this with some quality entertainment. I figured we could watch something together on that big flat screen you've got. That's okay, right? Sure. I carry both bowls back to the couch, seeing the entire living room has been cleaned up. Man, I really need to make this up to Olivia somehow. Just watching something doesn't feel like a fair deal at all. Not only cooking, but even cleaning up after. I'll find a way to repay her. I set down our dinner on the coffee table. Before Olivia can say a thing, I place both hands on the corner of the couch and push. Didn't think it'd be so hard, but then again, I'm still out of sorts. The space created, however, is enough for Olivia to work the front of her chair in. Olivia gives me an appreciative nod, then angles her chair in a way to let her use her tail and the couch's armrest to pivot herself onto it. Thanks. I give Olivia a small nod and a smile as I grab my spoon off the table. Leaning closer to the bowl, the comforting aroma of the soup wafts my stuffy nose. First time I'm getting goosebumps that aren't caused by cold flashes. I get a good spoonful of Olivia's homemade remedy, making sure to get some meat and veggies as well. Still, piping hot, I blow a bit of air on the spoon to cool it down. Pussy. What? Hey, the last thing I need with this fever is second-degree burns all over my tongue. Whatever you say. Once I feel it's sufficiently cooled, I slurp up my first spoonful. My dry, tired eyes close in bliss as the flavors wash over my taste buds, firing them all off like fireworks. I describe it as being good. Sorry. To describe it as just being good would be a severe understatement. The stock is rich and hearty, the meat is well cooked, it could easily fall off the bone it came from, and the vegetables gave it a nice aromatic touch. All of it well seasoned and spiced. It's like I'm experiencing that scene from Compitula. I would assume that's supposed to be like Ratatouille or something. Compitouille. Yeah, that's it. Something and seeing the different flavors move and dance around in my mind. For a brief moment, I forgot all about my fever, and when I felt the warm presence of the soup envelop me like a cozy blanket. Is it good? Like a record scratch, I'm taken out of my experience and brought back to earth by the baryonyx's voice. I look to see Olivia giving me a questioning look, idly crunching and munching her soup. I also realize that I'm sunk into the couch, my arms to the side like a rag doll's. I felt like my body was weighed down from both my sickness and the soup. Guess I got lost in the broth. Wow. Olivia, this soup is amazing. Olivia rolls her eyes at my enthusiastic compliment, but lets out a tiny smile. That's nothing. I just threw shit together in a pot and called it food. Anyone could do that. Olivia looks away, once again cutting herself short. With weak strength, I lift myself up from the couch's gravitational pull to better look at the shining scaly. I'm serious, this is the most delicious soup I've ever had. Olivia moves her head back closer to me, but still avoids my gaze. Her smile a little weaker. Alright, I get it. Don't have to make it sound better than it is. It's just helping out your flu. I'm not saying it because of the flu. Honestly, you have a real talent for cooking. Olivia turns towards me, her smile still small but filled with honest joy. You really think so? I nod, even as the soothing warmth of Olivia's soup settles in, and manage to return a meek smile with my own tired one. I know so. Her eyes dart around for anything else to focus on, desperately trying to redirect her fluster. She shakes the flush of her face and checks around for her bag. Well, I'll get going. Going? I thought you were wanting to get caught up on your shows. Well, remote's right there. It's the least I can do after your help today. What were you wanting to watch? She eyes the remote and the oversized screen on our wall. A few things. Nothing in particular. I remember you asking last month for some recommendations, so I've been thinking of a few you might like. But if you're sick and all, I don't want to. Yeah, I'd love to see what you have. My parents probably won't be back to hog it for another few hours. If they come back tonight at all. So, it's a pretty good time. You really sure? Sure, I'm sure. Show me all the deep cultural meaning of animated dinosaur folk cartoons. Oh my god, you're lucky you're sick right now. Yep. Olivia takes the remote and flicks the TV on. After getting over the initial shock of the screen being taller than she is, she navigates the streaming site and picks some colorful series I'd only seen in passing. This one has a rough pilot, but it gets better a few episodes in, and the animation is top notch. She flips the first episode on, and an establishing fight scene unravels while Olivia moves back by the couch with me. Then, to my surprise, she hefts herself out of her chair and into the cushion next to me. I move my arm out of the way to make room. Oh, sorry. Should have asked. Of course you're welcome to sit. I know, but thanks. We focus back on the show. Well, I do. Olivia's glancing my way after every joke and expensive shot to analyze my reaction. And when it's not for that, it's a forewarning that something a bit cheesy was about to happen. Eventually, as the first episode closes, heroes are ready to begin their journey for real in the following one. Credits scroll and Olivia swishes her hair aside with her fingertips. So, yeah, it's pretty good, I guess. I don't know. What do you think? I liked it. Yeah. Really? Oh, she's so excited. Well, they got the whole season. Do you really want to see more? Wait, didn't you say you wanted to catch up on your shows? Wait. This is the pilot episode. She fumbles the remote in her hands and has to catch it in midair. Well, yeah. Just figure you should know what's all going on so you're not lost, you know? But if you want to keep watching this, that's fun too. She quickly pushes the button to start the next episode without my response. Cute is all that runs through my mind at her attempts to cover for her small mistake. She's probably just refreshing her memory and... I wonder why I thought cute fit. Well, it does. How endearing every time she glances over as if I wouldn't enjoy the show. Sure, mom and dad aren't in any rush. The character on screen freeze. Oh shoot, did the Wi-Fi go out again? I try to stand up, but a brutishly heavy limb anchors my lap back down. Olivia's tail feels like a boulder across my legs, keeping me from standing. Olivia? I just paused it, Inco. Oh. There's a complicated expression on her face. Is it normal? Is what normal? She chews her lip slowly in consideration. Your parents, like, are they not really going to be back? I shrug. They're always busy with work. I feel a shifting next to me. Olivia's inched herself closer. Oh. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. Please don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up for both of us, please. I want so much for this to happen. Like, when I think about it, I barely see them at all. More shifting. I wonder sometimes. The tail shifts to my abdomen now. Does anyone even care? All of the movement has stopped, as if reality itself has paused. Man, I must be more tired than I thought. I feel my head sway as my muscles ease into putty. I'm sure they do. I look at Olivia, who is shoulder to shoulder with me now. I mean, Dao's kind of the same. Olivia chews her lip as she considers her words. He's always busy too. Whole reason I live with my godparents is because Da has to travel for work. So he doesn't... I stop myself as I see the faint wetness in Olivia's eyes. Sorry. Her eyes close and a somber sigh escapes her lips. No, it's fine. I get it, Inco. There's a silence hanging over us now. I copy after the sweet girl next to me, letting my eyes slide close and a sad breath loose. After some time, she breaks the silence with soft and tender words. Of course your parents care, just like Da. Why else would they work so much? what about me? I went to just how pathetic that sounded. It's for you, you doof. How else could you afford all those nice things? Her words grow quieter as time goes on, and my body sinks into numbness again. Dad cares enough to work for my sake. Enough to talk to my godparents into letting me live with them. They didn't have to, and yet I'm burdening them. My mind connects the dots. Mr. Halford talked Randy and Sophie into it, which is why I have to be able to live on my own as soon as I can. Because if they don't want me there anymore, that's it for me. I recall just happy they were to have Olivia rejoin the party. They wouldn't, though. They love you like Damien and Vinny. She shakes the morose thoughts from her head, and then looks at me with a serious moonshade eyes. Anyway, you should do the same for your parents and yourself. Oh! Oh, it's so good! I hate his eyes in this picture. I hate his eyes, but oh, it's so much what I want. I want this so much for my character, my boy. Oh, my good time boy. Oh, my world goes horizontal, and I find my head atop the comfiest pillow I'd ever felt. I nod, and the nod becomes a nuzzle into said pillow. Above me, Olivia yelps. Yes, the lap pillow, best pillow. Oh, best pillow right here. I try to turn and see what's wrong, but something falls atop my head that keeps it in place. Nothing. The soothingly cool something rubs across my head, drawing me further and further into restful peace. Along with the gentle caresses, a deep vibrato emanates from somewhere resonating in my tired mind. Okay. With a lulling touch and tone, my eyelids grow heavy. Oh, man. By the time I wake up, Olivia's gone. I check my phone for the time, only to realize it's 4 in the morning. I can't help but groan as I sit up on the couch. Instead of feeling horrible like I had the past few days, I felt surprisingly well. There's no doubt that I have Olivia to thank. Hell, I might even be able to go to school today. Wonder if any of that soup is left. She probably left it in the fridge, right? I shuffle over to the appliance and open up the door, allowing my eyes to adjust to the light. It only takes a second for me to spot a Tupperware container filled with the delicious meal. Nice. I'll have to ask her for the recipe sometime. Thanks to Olivia's advice and cooking, I'd finally made my recovery and returned to school. I'm glad to be back. I felt like I'd missed so much while I'd been gone. So much I needed to catch up on. I mean, I did manage to finish all the assignments that Ben had sent me, but I feel out of the loop with other things, like gossip about me. Just a moment. I feel like thought I was hearing something. Damien tried to give me the rundown of it all during PE. I'm still in shock over how bad some of them got. Up to cartel, drug running, and FBI's most wanted. I don't think that's even possible in just a week. The end of class bell rings throughout the school, signaling the start of lunch. As everyone in class is packing up their things, Mr. Ledakin speaks up. It's your boy, Stracha. Alright everyone, make sure you complete the assignment by next class. You all have a wonderful rest of the day now. Oh, and Inco. I stop at the mention of my name as I throw on my backpack. Could you wait a moment? I have something I wish to speak to you about. Yeah, of course. Olivia looks back at the classroom entrance, waiting for me. Don't wait up for me. I'll meet you at the table with the others. With a shrug and a nod, Olivia wheels herself out the door and down the hall. Everyone else leaves the classroom until it's just Ledakin and I. Please, have a seat. I take the seats closest to Ledakin's desk, putting my backpack down as well. Mr. Ledakin himself gets out of his chair and walks around his desk, leaning against it. So, I'll be quick about it. I got a job that needs doing. Up. You've missed assignments that need makeup work, and I need some extra help with something. Something I think you'll be very interested in. Some good friends of mine are getting married in a few short days, and they've hired me to be their photographer. And given the excellent learning experience, child labor, I thought of you. Me? Yes, if you want to, of course. I could always call in some associates to help me out, but I thought adding in some extra credit would sweeten the deal. What would we be doing? There's a broad smile on his face and a distant look in his eyes. Well, you'll be my apprentice in this case. You'll not only be helping set up more elaborate photos, you'll also be doing a lot of independent shots. You mean I'll be taking my own pictures? Yep. In fact, you will be using my SLRs and lenses for this, to keep all the shots uniform. The idea of finally getting to use something like Mr. Ledakin's $1,000 Kavon makes my head swim. So, what do you say? Interested? It certainly seems like a hefty task, even if Ledakin would be there to help us. And again, Ledakin wouldn't be offering the job if he didn't think I was capable of doing it. This would technically be my first official photography gig. And a wedding shoot to boot? It sounds so daunting yet enticing. I would love to. Alright, sounds like a done deal. It's after school today, we can talk about it more later. For now, you should be getting along to lunch. Thank you, Mr. Ledakin. Give the teacher a nod and grab my backpack. Just as I head out the door, my curiosity gets the better of me. So, who's the lucky couple, if you don't mind me asking? The school nurse, actually. The husband-to-be is also a good friend of mine. Huh. Neat. We know. I make a mental note to give my well wishes to the nurse if I see her before the wedding. With that, I wave Mr. Ledakin goodbye and head down the hallway. Wait, Friday? But I was going to practice painting then. I already agreed to go. Even if I didn't, it's real photography. It's not even a question which I should go to. But geez, it's like the universe is conspiring against me to never stop drawing stick figures. I finally meet up with Olivia, who's waiting near the entrance to the cafeteria. The grassy green girl's leaned over, a sour pout scrunching her mouth closed as she eyes the passerbys. As she notices I've moved into her airspace, she perks up immediately. Seeing the transformation is surreal, and I chew on my cheek to keep from laughing as I watch her muscular tail wag happily. Oh, that would be so adorable. Finally, took you long enough. Yeah, sorry that took so long. You didn't have to wait for me, by the way. I can manage waiting if it means eating with you. Oh, these two are a couple already, I swear. Ooh. She's fucking, she's got her tail wagging at the sight of him. You think he'd be a golden retriever? She's a puppy dog too. Ooh. Ooh, I see you. I see you, girl. I see you. And I can feel a smile tug at my lips just from hearing Olivia say that. Mind if I push your chair in? Using me as a battering ram through the crowd now, huh? Yeah, something like that. Aight, but only because you asked. But give me your backpack. I'll use it as a shield. When I grab the handles, Olivia moves her tail up to grab my wrist. Like at the arcade. I did not notice that before. Alright. Charge! Yes, ma'am! I start marching through the crowd of unruly and famished teens clamoring for their daily meal. Olivia turns her head to me to say something. So what happened with Ledakin? You in trouble for something? Huh? Oh no. Ledakin had a proposition for some extra credit. Really? What is it? He wants me to join him at a wedding and help him out with a photo shoot. Says he thinks it'll be a good learning experience. Oh, well, that sounds pretty interesting. Could you take it? Yep. Could be a good way to hone in on what I know. Plus, that extra credit can help make up for the time I was sick. You mean when you nearly overdosed on that cough syrup cocktail you made? Yeah, that. Wait. Huh? What? I didn't say anything. Crowd's too loud here. The baryonyx chuckles to herself. I'm left rolling my eyes, letting her claim victory in this exchange. By the time we've got our lunch, it's a simple matter of locating Damien and Liz by the telephone pole neck. For whatever reason, they're at a more sequestered table today, and when we arrive, it's pretty obvious why. You are gonna I swear, I almost have to turn this off just for the fact that every time this bitch comes on screen, I gotta edit out the music because, alright, let's get her out of here. Get her out of here. Took you too long enough. Yeah, I expected more from Olivia. Something more graphic. Instead, Olivia rolls herself the rest of the way, taking her designated spot at the head of the table. I spot at the adjacent to her, all while keeping a wary eye on the pink Parasoloph dinosaur. It seems like Mia's rage against me has simmered down over time, but that air of uncertainty and uneasiness still wavered around her. The best I can do is act friendly. Hey, Mia. Is there something you need? Need? Nah. Just here to catch up with my good pal here. While the red-scaled menace turns towards Olivia, her own eyes remain locked on their soggy chicken she's eating mechanically. I thought you were asking Liz for her homework, though. That too. Ah, right. Here, guys. A pair of soda cans are rolled down the table, and I think, Raptor Christ, I'm able to catch both before they ram my tray of questionable lunch meat. You guys were taking a while, so I grabbed the drinks today. No, you didn't. Mia gave those to you. Well, she did it because I thought about doing it. She's trying to bribe you for the math answers I helped you with earlier. Lizzie, I can't believe you would imply something like that about me. But it's true. Hey, free soda is free soda, man. At any rate, real reason I'm here. Say, Olivia, you leave your phone at home or something? People are trying to contact you all day. Oh. Olivia pulls her phone out from her jacket pocket. I catch a glimpse of her wallpaper, a comical portrait of Guts as she'd probably doodled. Oh, Guts is a rat. I remember now. Yeah, I ran out of service for the month. What the hell? You don't get a proper monthly plan? I got more important things to be doing than this, you know. If they want to see Olivia so bad, why send you and not just show up themselves? Shut it. Who's so important for all of this anyways? Who do you think? Ben. Ben wants to talk to Olivia? Why does he want to talk to Olivia? It is 20 frickin' questions. How the hell should I know what's really going on between my boyfriend and Hot Wheels here? All that matters to me is that Olivia here is gonna fix it or not. I'll think about it. Whatever. I'm out of here. Smell you later, Gator. I get that was a bitchy thing to say, but also that felt like the most childish shit. Also, why do I feel like I don't fully trust Ben? I have a tingle about Ben that I don't... You're student council president and that's your girlfriend? What's going on here? Mia storms off, leaving Olivia looking very sour. Things alright with Ben? Olivia rests her arms on the table and slumps her head in. I don't want to talk about it. Where'd her bright mood from before go? I don't like this. Well, anyways, Damien, you really shouldn't condone cheating, even with something as simple as math homework. But you helped me out with it. That's different. I helped you with it, and I think you're getting something out of it. Like the answers. What I mean is, in comparison, Mia's just trying to be lazy, and she's only cheating herself. What's the issue, then? What's the issue? Yeah, I get free soda. Someone you hate tricks herself into saying stupid, and everyone thinks they win. It's great. You know, he's not wrong. He might be a dingus sometimes, but he's not wrong. You scare me sometimes, Damien. Guess I'll have to ask Ben what's going on if I see him later. In the meantime, Olivia's disposition only keeps getting more and more dour. I try to think of something to help her cheer up, but I keep coming up with dead ends on just what could work here. There's got to be something. I just can't leave her in such a sour mood. Oh, how about that? Hey, so what's the deal with your phone background? Oh, you noticed it? She flips her phone on and shows me her background. Aw, it's a little doodle of guts. Yeah, I drew it up the other day. Got the curves just right first try, so it's pretty cool. I'll bet. Is he with you today? Nah, I left him home. How often do you bring him? Not often. Maybe once or twice a semester, and even then it's just when I'm bored. Although once, he was just in my hoodie when I left for school. Unexpected. It was. Here, I got some pics saved. The screen displays the small creature sat atop a desk with its skinny tail clutched to its chest tightly. I don't know why, but he holds his tail like this all the time. I feel Damien and Liz hovering behind me, their eyes locked on the adorably fat creature on screen. I don't know who coos, probably Liz, but Olivia rolls her eyes and swipes to the next picture of the cute pet, now in a transparent ball and looking confused. For the remaining minutes of lunch, we just sit huddled around Olivia's phone and transpire sweet little rat as it did the most mundane things. Yet Gut's method of doing them was way too undeniably cute, and that's what really got us and made time fly faster than we could even notice. I blink a couple of times and stretch my arms and legs as I get up from my desk. Miss Prockling really knows how to make a 40 minutes feel like 80. At least it's time to practice painting. For real, for real. Wait, no. Ladakin wrote me into the photo shoot. I can't practice painting. Can't get good at anything. Why is it every time I try to actually improve, something like this happens? At this rate, I'll never get good enough to get a real following. I haven't gotten to actually have a whole afternoon to practice at all. Still, there's no way in hell I'm missing this. I ended up meeting with Ben and Ladakin right as he was locking his classroom. While our teacher made the assignment, internship, apprenticeship, while he had made it all sound simple, I was still subjected to some paperwork. Something about liability waiver or something. You know, in case something happens to us, like a surprise attack by 5 teenagers in multicolored spandex. I wonder if that happens often. We still filled the form out as the instructor gave an overview of just what exactly Ben and I would be doing. There's a few structures out here, save for one at the edge of the cliff. Ben's the first one out of the cramped car with an armful of telescoping black stands. I follow his example, unloading the vehicle. Oh, wow. Okay. That's an image. Alright, you two. You remember what you're doing, right? Yes, sir. After we set up the photo station in the corner of the hall, we'll be taking turns walking to the reception and taking pictures of the guest. Perfect. I'll be with the wedding party the entire time. So if you need me, just look for the gaggle of similarly dressed women screeching and you'll find me. He grins as he helps carry the last of the lightest equipment from the trunk. Remember, this is actual work, so be polite, be efficient, but most importantly, Ben and I sit upright at attention, ready for any order our teacher will give us. Have fun. But trust me, the clients will appreciate it more. Finally finished with the unloading, I inhaled the mixed aroma of ocean and flowers. While I find the scent energizing, Ben seems to have the exact opposite reaction. His brows pinch together in disgust as he tries futilely to fan away the air with one hand while covering his nose with the other. Ugh, I think I'm going to be sick next. Oh my god. Going to be the sick one next with this weather. At least the view's great. That it is. Yeah. Mr. Ledakin leads us through a small garden out front and onto the reception hall. It's a spacious wedding tent adorned with all sorts of floor and high-end lighting, keeping the place warm and lit. Okay, you guys. Sorry. Okay. You guys know how to set up here. I'm going to get to business. Yes, sir. He leads us, stepping into the ongoing ceremony with a primed camera and tripod, and I exchange a single glance before we both resign ourselves to the daunting task. First one on the list is the telescopic stands for the cameras. From experience, it doesn't take us too long to get those in place. Next are the reflectors and strobe lights, all packed in heavy cases that have to be hauled inside. On my third case, I'm already exhausted. Shoot, I thought gym class would have prepared me for this. Zzz. Phone buzzes, might as well take a breather. Opening up the notification, I discover it's from Olivia. Hey, Shades. Hi, Olivia. You got service pack? Oh, I lied about that. Saw you leave with Ledakin after school. Is it supposed to be an I? Was I reading it as an L this whole time and I was wrong? Is it Adakin? Adakin? I'm gonna keep saying Ledakin. What's up with that? I'm helping with the wedding photo shoot. You? At a wedding? Did Ledakin give you a better jacket for it? My jacket is cool enough. So where at? Teach said it was some place called Clarkson Lookout on the way over. Wait, really? That place has a bunch of scenic views. If you see any good landscape shots, take one for me. Sure, if I get the time. No. Do it now. Ah. Oh, this girl's got jokes, and I'm here for them. Who doesn't want to be told what to do just like that? Cute and threatening message received. Exactly how I like them. Jeez. Oh, this is as good a spot as any. The sun's starting to set, so it does take some pretty nice. It does make for some pretty nice atmosphere. Maybe Olivia wants to paint another landscape. In the distance, I see a few sailboats and yachts. Further beyond a freighter or two, the seas are crowded these days. I take the picture and send it over to Olivia. Thanks. I can't picture thanking me like that in reality. The thought alone of her doing something in so sweet a manner. Inco, this thing weighs like 80 pounds. I'm not doing all the work. Oh, right. I let my camera hang loose around my neck while assisting Ben while setting up the last of the standing reflectors. Setting up meant not only the cameras, but a large chunk of the incomplete decor prep. Which meant carrying out loads and loads of heavy cases, loaded with strobes, reflectors, cloth sheets, and so many telescoping pole stands. Following his instructions, Ben had me set up a small red carpet path leading to a glamour shot station. And meanwhile, I was finishing making sure the marked out spots within the room had the right combination of flash, strobe, and or reflectors. By the time our teacher had come back, I had just placed the final light in position. As guests started walking down Ben's handmade... Ugh. Oh, God. Try not to sneeze. Sorry. As guests start walking down Ben's handmade path, I skirt along the edge with my borrowed high-end camera. The DSLR's clicks are muted compared to the chattering guests, and while I think I managed to catch some decent shots, I'm just not really feeling it today. Is something wrong with me? And voila. Ben was having a much easier time working the makeshift studio we'd built in the corner. Couples would simply walk up and stand before the backdrop of the massive window to the cliffside and ocean. And Ben had the brilliant idea to not only set up Ladakin's own camera, but also his own so he'd capture the couples for 2 angles at once. He looked happy with each and every shot he took, and the people always chatted him up right after. Here I am doing my best not to scowl as I look over the blurry shot I had messed up. Blurry because my hands are shaking. I guess I'm nervous. I hadn't noticed till now that my main messaging app had been going off. So is it going well? Hardly. I think Ben's turning it into a competition. Are you winning? No, not really. Beat him for me? Oh, that wasn't a real message. No, I try to ignore my phone for now. I don't think anything will calm my nerves at this point. That feeling of anxiety only grows as time marches on. I can't seem to get any one picture just right, and Ben zooming around as efficiently as he isn't helping. Well, that's not all. Olivia's messages are just throwing me off. Just break his flashing stick thingy. Then his pics will be super dark. How out of date is Olivia to think we still use flash pans? Or lock him in a bathroom or something. I don't think that's sportsmanlike or legal. Oh, I just remembered. I need another pic. Can you try shoving him into the wedding cake and taking a pic of him smashed onto the floor? I need it for Muse. That. Do it for me? Come on, that's just violent. Just barely within my peripheral vision, I spot a perfect shot of an older couple that the parents of the groom, I believe. Oh, damn it. I accidentally scrolled back. Alright. Moving forward. There. That's a good chance. I bring the borrowed camera up, look through the viewfinder, and see that the parents have already moved away and into another group. The camera slips from my grip, but luckily the neck strap holds it safely against my chest. Okay, I need a break. I find an appropriate place to sneak outside and go around the building, slumping down against the brick siding. It's really twilight now. The ocean's reflection of the sun is getting very close to meeting the real thing. My phone buzzes once more and something in me jumps. It's not fear, though. Just wish I knew what it was. Olivia sends a video of Guts running around a maze she put together using cardboard and school supplies. When he comes out the other end, she gives him a grape to bite into in her palm. Aw. I wasn't really fond of rodents, but seeing Olivia's videos and little doodles is really starting to sway me. There's something about seeing Olivia having such a strong bond with Guts and caring for him that warms my heart. It's hard to believe that this is the same girl that used to give me nothing but icy stares when I first met her. I'm glad she feels comfortable enough with me to let her defenses down and be herself. As I continue snapping photos, my trek around the hall to find good photo ops leads me to the stage where the DJ once was. Shame I didn't get any good shots of him while he was here. Maybe Ben got some decent pictures. Looking through the camera lens, I see that there's a gentleman sitting on the steps that lead up to the stage, finishing off a cigarette. There's someone over on the steps, taking a deep drag of a cigarette and blowing the smoke up towards the window. Truly a iconic display of suavity. Before I know it, I've taken several shots. He seems like he wants to be left alone, but he doesn't mind. Hey, kid. Oh, what are you? At least get my good side, will ya? Oh. I step closer, readjusting my camera settings and scrambling for an explanation. What the fuck is he? I don't know. I don't know what kind of dinosaur he is. We'll see. Sorry about that. I was unsure if you wanted the attention. It's alright. People say I got a kind of resting bitch face. Though I can't lie, I'm pretty exhausted, kid. Especially after I had to carry the new missus down the aisle all the way to the car. Ah, so this is the groom. So, you gonna take a photo or what? Oh, right. Sorry. I raised my camera and the groom takes a thinker-esque pose, taking a drag from a cigarette. After a few clicks and a couple slight adjustments to my position, I believe I got some pretty good shots in there. There we are. The groom blows out a plume of smoke from his mouth before leaning over to see the pictures. It smells like a Vegas hotel. I give the groom time to look at each photo thoroughly before moving to the next one. These are pretty good, kid. Managed to make this mug of mine look halfway decent. How does anyone look at this decently? He lets out a scratchy chuckle as he takes another puff of his cigarette before snuffing what little was left of it onto the floor. Thanks. Say, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing all the way over here? It's your big day, isn't it? As the groom lets out another plume, he's already begun to dig up another cigarette. Lighting the new cig casually, he begins to inhale it. And keep inhaling it. He holds up a finger as he continues inhaling, till the cigarette is finished and he finally exhaling a stream of lung cancer slowly over the course of 30 seconds. Sir? Of course it is. Just having a little rest is all. I mean, this has been the happiest day of my life, but it's tiring as all hell. Don't ask me what kind of accent or, voice I'm doing for this guy. I'm just going off of, whatever his face is. The missus is certainly having fun. Yet in a few hours, when we're in our new, no longer bachelor pad, I'll be listening to her as she moans about how sore she is. I'm a high schooler, sir. The groom lets out another plume of smoke, this time through his nostrils. But hey, if it's the price they gotta pay, holy matrimony and all that jazz. Definitely feels like the groom is laying it on a bit thick to who is essentially a stranger to him, and yet I can understand what he means. You know, you've been going around the whole reception snapping photos. Why don't you take a break too? He motions his hand to the nearby stage as an available seat. I settled myself on the stage as the groom then fiddles with a small packet. Looking closer, it's a still sealed pack of cigarettes. Trent told me a bit about you, you know. Who? Your camera teacher, or whatever he's called at your school. Says you're a good kid and all, though a bit clueless. Hey. The groom lets out another guffaw as he cracks open the pack of cigs and plucks out a fresh cancer stick. His words, not mine. How do you know him? We've known each other for ages. He actually helped me meet the missus. Funny how that works out. Whoa. Mr. Ledakin was your wingman? You always hated how I told him that. I'd given him a lift to some field trip he had to chaperone. Don't know why. Could have taken the school bus. But as soon as I got there, I met the rest of his co-workers, including my would-be wife. Tara tricked me into also chaperoning too, saying I could use the time to get to know her better. Jeez. Maybe I should be asking him... Well, no. I can't. Can't what? Nothing important. Have a teacher tell you how to court a lady friend, right? Hey, no. Another one of his students? Your classmate, yeah? It's not like that. Ah, come on. I know you want to talk about girls. That's always fun. Humor me a bit. She's just a good friend. The words taste bitter in my tongue for some reason. Sure, kid. Sure. We've got a few more minutes of quiet while Bridezilla and her maids of murder fight over the bouquet. I quickly glance over to see a woman twice my age wielding a folding chair like it was a battle axe. Trent can't help you there, but I can. So this good friend of yours, what's she like? Well, it's a bit of a complicated history. Oh? I mean, when I first met her, she was very cynical and sarcastic. Well, she's still sarcastic, but in a lighthearted way. Even with her friends, she was a little distant. But when she's painting and gushing about some franchise or obscure anime, there's this unashamed excitement and passion in it. I haven't met anyone with this kind of energy before. Once you get to know her, she's just nice under it all. That everything? Well, yeah. I think she drew me carrying her once. Well, shoot. He slides the ring off his finger and holds it up to me. You want this? Sounds like you need it more than me. Kidding. I'm kidding. But dang. Sounds pretty cut and dry to me. Never had a crush before? Not on anyone I know personally. Your folks together? Yeah. They love each other too, yeah? Yeah, I guess they do. You guess. It's complicated. They're around so little, I don't even know what their love looks like, how they interact, if they even love each other at all. They've never told me their story, why they're together. Anything that would prepare me for the future was outsourced. As far back as I remember, whenever my parents weren't around, there was a screen nearby, and they weren't around often. I've always had that little electronic friend in my pocket telling me how great I was at everything. That's been my only help to get through life. All the best ways to have the best friendships, hobbies, romance. It feels worthless now. I'm not prepared. I don't even know what this is love. The guy seems to think so, though. He'll help me out. I see him putting some words together now. Let me give you a little anecdote, kid. The groom finally lights the cigarette, though this time he's slow to puff on it. See my beautiful bride over there? He motions with the dull ember of his smoke to where the bridesmaids were still violently wrestling and the bride acted as referee. Even if we had never met, and this was a happenstance meeting, I'd see her over there. And I just know I love her. Yeah? Yep. Is that it? Yeah. Are you trying to give me a little push? Convince me I like this girl? You're the one who wanted advice. There it is. I thought you were going to go on a bit more about love. Why the hell would I give a speech about love? I know what it is. You know what it is. But there's no groundbreaking advice that'll make everything make sense, and you don't need me to convince you. You're just looking for reasons to not believe what's right in front of you. Oh. Break's over. Gotta run. The man gets up, dusting off his pants and flicking the cigarette butt into the trash. Hey, take some great pictures for me, will you? No more moping. You're on the clock. He jogs into the crowd to meet up with his bride. My phone buzzes in my pocket. What timing. I reach into my pocket and pull out my phone, squinting at the screen. An unread notification from our group chat. Shoot, do I have time to be on my phone right now? Maybe we could talk to Damien about this. He's known Olivia for a while. Ben and Olivia used to be friends too, right? Would he be able to help? I should probably focus on what I'm here to do. Besides, I don't want to let the groom down. This is Olivia we're talking about. I don't want to do anything without knowing as much as I can. Let's start with the photos. Let's finish the photos. Let's focus on that for now. I can't afford to slack off right now. Besides, I made a promise to the groom, and I don't want to let him down. Or Mr. Ledakin, for that matter. I silence my phone and slide it into my jacket pocket, pushing off the wall and taking hold of my camera. Where should I even start? Oh, I really hope I'm not going to regret this choice. I really, really hope I don't. I think I have a few ideas. The groom's words still ringing in my ear, I find a second wind of sorts. I can't really understand it. I feel like I'm already picking out prime shots from just scanning over the hall. While Ben has continued his more autonomous, rapid-fire approach with the staccato clicking of his snapshots, I've been singling out couples in their own moments, but just scattered throughout. I think some of them have even noticed, seeming to maneuver themselves out of Parasaur's view. Young man, over here! An elderly dino catches my attention, waving me to her table, where she and her family are sitting. We need a good Christmas card photo, if you would be so kind. Of course, ma'am. The large group moved to one side of the table for me, smiling sincerely at my lens. The first shot seemed perfect, but for their sake, I make sure to take a couple extra. Thank you. Do you know how long these will take to be developed? The photos should be developed fairly quickly. We'll be sure everyone gets these before the end of the month. They smile and nod, letting me return to, don't forget us. Yeah, get me and my wife. My next client's pulling me aside to take shots of them in a secluded corner. And after that, some of the bridesmaids have grabbed me to take shots for them. It isn't long before even some of the servers are wanting pictures of themselves, posing in front of the decorations. Somehow I'm able to squeeze my way out of the mayhem and make my way towards the back of the venue in order to get some much-needed fresh air. Shortly after, I noticed Ben doing the same thing, though he managed to do so far more gracefully by talking his way out of whatever request the wedding goers have for him. Makes me wish I was better at communicating and asserting myself in these kinds of situations. Ben takes notice of me and approaches at a very casual pace, with no one else seemingly taking notice of him. Taking a breather? I just give Ben a nod of my head, causing him to smile and adjusting his glasses with his index finger. Well, the wedding's almost finished, so the worst of the workload's behind us. That was good. Ben checks his phone. 8 hours? Jeez. Man, yeah, my legs are starting to hurt. You're telling me you don't even have a tail. How do you think I feel? We sigh together. It's the first bit of silence we've had in a while. Across the room, the bride slumps into a chair, trying to kick her heels off. The groom shows me and shrugs a bit, smirking. So, how are you feeling about the pictures you've taken? I think I'm pretty confident in mine. Once you have the right equipment, it's just a matter of socializing right and getting the right shots for these sorts of events. I'm satisfied. You? Honestly, I'm not sure. I've been taking all these pictures, right? But it's like something's missing. Missing? You make it sound like some grand art thing. I know. Back across the room, the bride motions to her new husband. It looks like it's the time of night for him to carry her out in his arms like in all the movies. She was probably not expecting those slick moves to position her on his back like a child. He laughs to himself while she pouts loudly and holds onto his hair to keep balance. It looks juvenile, honestly, as the bride taps at the exhausted groom's head with hauled up fist, but he's laughing. A laugh so infectious that her pout is replaced with delighted giggles of her own when he finally catches her hand in his and just holds it. Once again they're talking, and the bride is melting into putty in his quiet words. For how menial this is, and how crude that guy was earlier, that understanding and genuine playfulness between them, without a thought, I'm already looking through the viewfinder and making the focusing adjustments for the perfect shot. The shot is cheesy, but sincere. They both look beyond exhausted, their clothes showing the wear and tear of the night, and their body language screaming their need for sleep. And also the smiles they have as they try and look at each other in their awkward positions, speaking metric volumes of just how happy they are after it all. Why'd you do that? Huh? Do what? You took a picture just now. Did I? When did my finger get placed over the shutter button? I guess I did. I checked the new entry in the camera roll. Careful, That's an easy way to waste a lot of memory. Should probably just delete it. Delete it? Huh. I think it'll be fine. I actually got a good feeling about it. It seemed pretty natural, you know? Ben rolls his eyes. Alright, you fucking... If you say so. Better the Parasaur turns to go back to his assembly line photo taking. I grab his shoulder. By the way, Ben. Mia stopped by our lunch table earlier today to complain to Olivia. Oh boy. Said you were trying to call her, but was upset she wasn't picking up. I don't want to pry into your personal biz, but aren't you two on bad terms? Huh? What are you talking about? What? I haven't spoken to Olivia in ages. Huh? I thought you were above gossip, Inco. Sorry, Alright. You boys ready to pack up? Pretty long night, huh? Our teacher looks haggard as he steps up to us. His wings are dragging on the floor, and he's propping himself up with one of the light stands he brought. Okay, welcome. Yes, Sexosaurus. You've missed so much cuddling, and you've missed some good stuff tonight so far. There's some dirt going on with this motherfucker here, Ben, right now. I'm sorry. Oh, don't worry. I hope your stream went well. Right now, we're just kind of... I can't get enough of it right now, but I don't trust this Ben character. I don't like him. And I don't trust him. Anyways, we're at a wedding taking photos for our teacher here. Stuffed a lot of crust. What? Excuse me? What'd you stuff? What? Despite his exhaustion, he's grinning widely. You two enjoy your first work experience? Oh, absolutely, Mr. Ledakin. I managed to load up both of the memory cards you gave me, and I even managed to try out the two different kinds of lenses you had brought. Well, I hope you enjoyed stuffing crust. I caught a little bit of your stream in passing. It looks like, honestly, the kind of game that would rage me. Good to hear, Ben. What about you, Inco? Well, I was on a tear in the game. Oh. Oof. I'm sorry. Listen, a lot of the time, like, even when I'm in strategy, I'm still lurking. I'm just fortunate sometimes before, like, things get hectic. Good chances are, like, I'll hardly be able to even watch or lurk in the coming future with how things are going to be going with my job soon. After that, like, I hardly get much time for this as it is. Do you notice I only stream, like, maybe once or twice a week, if that? Let alone if I get to stream something like this. If I'm being honest with you, it took a while for me, Mr. Latagan. Well, I suppose it is a tough order to start with. So many things to account for. No. I meant that I didn't really get that many good shots till the end, Mr. Latagan. Alright, well, either way, I hope your stream went well. I know it typically seems like it's a good time when I'm passing through. I didn't even finish the first card you'd given me. I see. Well, when we go through these next few days, I'm sure they'll be fun. You're good. No, we're not doing no back shots right now. Although, there was some really cute animated, there was some cute animated moments like in game, and I was loving it. See her front. He wants the front shots. Listen, we saw her at the pool. That was, caliente, baby. Oh, definitely. Oh yeah, and then we got the groom here. He's not actually a bad guy. He's just crude, is all. The groom saunters up with a huge grin on his face, slinging an arm around our teacher's shoulders. I can't wait to see these. Ledakin straightens up and shrugs the arm off, turning to the newly married man. You'll see them when you see them. My team still needs to go through all the pictures and weed out the chafe. Come on, T. Can't you give your buddy a preview or something? Ledakin sighs a bit. Hey, it's your special day. Man, can you go fetch the laptop and card reader? Yes, sir. Inco, while he's doing that, you can start packing up everything into the trunk. Sure thing, Mr. Ledakin. Before I turn away to start, the tired Taro takes the camera from me. We can sit at the table over there. The two older men head off, leaving Ben and I to get started on packing everything up. While Ben and I are busy dismantling the multitude of standing flashes and lamps, the bride, groom, and Mr. Ladakin sits in a cleaned up table with a laptop before them. I can't really make out what they're saying, but I can kind of tell based on the way the three switch between quietly focused and laughing loudly. By the time the back of the car is loaded up, the last of the wedding party has departed. Nothing left to do, Ben and I linger a bit behind the group. Yeah, these came out pretty dang great. Thanks again for... Hello. What's this? The laptop displays the last picture I took, somewhat unintentionally. He scans the photo with a critical eye. He nods and chuckles with approval. Okay, kid. Good job. Be sure to print this one out for me, Trent. I'm going to put it in my wallet. Sure. Despite how lackluster his compliment is, I can't help but feel proud of my work. It's been a while since I felt like this. Either way, it's not long before we climb into the car and begin our journey back to the school. I settle into a rhythmic motions of this car as it glides along the road. The cityscape of Volcadura bluffs passes by, and I can't help but admire it. I'm trying so hard to just get ready. Like, when do we get to talking to Olivia again to clarify what the fuck is going on with Ben? I don't like it. I don't trust him. The mood is quickly killed, however, as Ben calls a certain red-scaled girl. Saccharine lovey-dovey talk makes my head hurt, and I guess by his expression that Ladakin feels the same way. He changes the subject by asking if my parents can pick me up. Looks I'll be taking the late-night metro home. Still, I had fun today. I bring out my phone, noticing half a dozen messages Olivia had sent while I was busy. Need another pic, showing the cake, Muse, do it for me, are you winging it? Better be. Guts bet me some sunflower seeds that Ben would win. While there were more messages, that one in particular had me thinking. I mean, it wasn't a competition to begin with, but there's also the fact that the groom hadn't complimented any of Ben's shots, so collect your winnings, Olivia. She's cute. Good job, agent. You deserve a reward for your hard work. Oh, what kind of reward? A reward? You didn't tell me about a reward. Oh my. Was she really? She knows that I'm with Ben and Ladakin. What kind of reward are we talking here? What kind of reward are we talking here? The interior of the car feels a few degrees warmer as I wait with bated breath. Inco? You okay? You're really pretty hard. Fine, perfectly fine. Just, car sick. I make sure there is absolutely no way anyone except me can view my screen. As extra protection, I dim the brightness of it to the point that only I'd be able to see a thing in the darkness of the car. Finally, Olivia's text comes through. I hold my breath before opening my eyes to see. Girl baited us. She baited us good, and I'll gladly fall for it again. I don't care. I'll fall for it again. Hell yeah. I'm the #1 big boy, baby. She says so. Hell yeah. If that ain't my goddamn thumbnail next time. Hell yeah. Right. I don't care if I fell for it. I'm a big boy. Mr. Ladakin, I think Inco's about to vomit. Not in here! In hindsight, I should have seen that coming, seeing as I'm in love with her and all. Damn my hormones. We said it! We're in love! We're in love! Even though we're pretty far into the fall season, today is a nice day out. There's a storm coming in later today with a cold front, so the temperatures outside are bearable enough to relax in. Only one last respite before the unforgiving cold of winter settles in. I decide to celebrate by eating lunch outside. After a good bit of prodding, Olivia joined me. Inco, it's too cold. It'll freeze my veins solid. It's 70 degrees and you already agreed. Calm down. This. We step out into the chilled air. Oh my god. Oh, the little hiding in her hoodie. She pulls the drawstrings of her hoodie taut, yanking it shut again. When I try moving her along, she starts dragging her tail on the ground. You're secretly enjoying this, aren't you? That hoodie isn't hiding your silly little grin. There's a table by the edge of the yard that looks pretty good. Now it's just the two of us. Alone. Sitting at a picnic table in complete silence. Ingenious one-liners flow through my head like a slam poetry champion. Yet I can't work up the will to say anything about the wedding to her. Guess there's always later. So, Olivia. The Gator lifts her head from her roast beef sandwich, staring directly at me. What's up? How about this weather? Seriously? Yeah, seriously. I'm not used to coast. Oh wait, shit. What do I do? Okay, we'll just save here. Okay, we'll save. Okay, now back to it. I'm not used to coastal towns, so this is a nice change of pace. Well, it's pretty chilly. Part of why we're the only ones out here. It's pretty empty out here today. Maybe it's like a human dino thing. More acclimated to snow. Even with the hoodie, it's a lot colder than I'd like. Oh, why did you agree to come outside with me? Well, you wanted to. And you... Olivia's lips quiver a little as she tries to work out words to say. Her mouth isn't up to the task, as a flush of scarlet spreads across her cheeks and makes her pouting lips glow. Hey, stop looking at me like that. I mean, where are you from then? The Midwest. It is me. The Midwest? Only loons come from the Midwest. Oh, come on, that's not true. Alright, what was it like then? A lot of empty promises, nothing worth talking about. What was St. Hammond like before I showed up? Oh, horrible. Everybody here sucked. Well, they still do, I guess. But seriously, most of the faculty had a stick up their ass. The student body was holding on for dear life. I'd do anything to get out of this place. If I had to take you and Damien with me. Wow. Colorful. Olivia and I freeze at the familiar voice. The sound of stone grinding on stone echoes through the courtyard as we turn our heads towards whoever said that. Principal Scalar stands just as still as us, her face burning red. Though her jaw is moving, teeth grinding exceptionally loud as she looks at Olivia. Next to her stands a large whale dressed in formal attire. I guess Mr. Ferris is still doing that inspection. And did he hear... What were you saying just now about student morale, Principal Scalar? He doesn't even look up from his clipboard as he begins jotting down something with a pencil. I said had. Ever since Principal Scalar took over as our principal, things have gotten better. Olivia's words do little to make Scalar's face lessen in both color intensity and heat. Yeah, I have to say, this school's way better than my old one by at least a country mile. So, Mr. Inco, would you say that your time at St. Hammond since your transfer has been both fruitful and comfortable? I mean, compared to my old school, I've met good friends, I've had excellent teachers and classes, and have had all-around good time. Also, the cafeteria food is great here. Actually, it tastes like food and not microwave reheated gruel. Mr. Ferris gives me a nod and writes something else in his notepad before turning to face Olivia. What about you, Miss Olivia Halford, was it? Got any more comments regarding St. Hammond? Do be honest, if you please. Olivia shoots me a quick glance before taking a deep breath. Well, school needs more handicap access ramps. Also, the elevator in the main building is busted. Sometimes I get stuck for a few minutes. Also, our PE teacher steals hats from the students and hoards them in the equipment shed. I can almost feel the heat emanating from Principal Scaler's face as soon as Olivia finishes lodging her complaints. Wouldn't want to be around her after Ferris's visit over. For his part, Mr. Ferris only nods and writes more down on his clipboard before turning back to face Scaler, who does her best to turn her grimace into some kind of smile. Seems like there are some issues left over from the previous administration. Are you already taking care of correcting the issues Miss Halford has pointed out? Principal Scaler nervously clears her throat. I've already sent in requests to the district to have the elevator looked at by a technician. Mr. Ferris nods and writes something else on his clipboard before clicking his pen and stuffing it in his front suit pocket. I'll have to talk to the superintendent about that request next time at the office. What about the PE teacher Miss Olivia mentions? Oh, Mr. Coach Solly. Ferris raises an eyebrow. It's his legal name. I know. He checks the page, then sighs a bit. Right. Ferris turns to face me. Well, that's enough about St. Hammond for the time being. Mr. Inco, how would you say things are going for you? Not just as a student, but as a growing adult. I think I'm doing perfectly well in that regard. And so is Olivia here. I gesture over the green dino, who seems to jump in surprise. Oh, yeah, of course. The response seems almost instinctual on her part. That must mean she's really taken to my support. Phew, that's relief. I suppose that's good to hear. The Leviathan finishes jotting down something on his clipboard, finally turning to Principal Scaler. I think I have everything I need for the time being. So, Mr. Ferris, why don't we adjourn to the faculty lounge? Of course. We can go over your future budgetary plans over a nice cup of coffee. The inspector turns away, Principal Scaler lagging behind him with a look of pure misery on her face. I made a chicken burger. Enjoy your chimkin burger. Enjoy it, Kay. I wish she had done this freshman year. With a huff and a frown, Olivia stabs at her lunch tray, treating her Caesar salad like a voodoo doll. Well, look on the bright side. She levels her silver eyes on me, but remains focused on treating her salad like a namesake. Senior year, and we're about halfway through. So we only have to put up with this place for a couple more months. She lances the largest piece of chicken, twisting the spork roughly. And then what? And what? I guess, I don't really have any concrete plans for after school. What do you mean? You mentioned all that stuff about making a name for yourself. I mean, yeah, when I first got here, that was the goal. But honestly, I haven't considered what I was going to do to get there. It's my turn to toy with my meal. You? I plan on getting an art degree. Whoa. Really? Online, of course. Oh. Not like I have any other options. The only time I'm worth anything is when there's a brush in my hand. Only classes I'm really passing, too. I nod my head in understanding, but she's talking about her future, but it sounds more like resignation than a declaration. I at least have something, even if the path to my goal is vague. The morose mood leaves me at a loss for words. Damn it, I was hoping to actually use this time to... I don't know. I wanted to talk to Olivia and, ask her something. Something like that. Stupid Mr. Ferris and his workplace politics dampening the mood. Air between us is awkward as we pick out our lunch. Even after the bell rings, we're forced to finish eating. It's still weird. Even when I ask if Olivia would like a push to history, she just remains silent in thought. Olivia has been quiet for about 5 minutes now. Even though 5 minutes isn't that long a time, Olivia has grown so much chattier as of late, so the silence felt just a bit off-putting to me. Part of me couldn't help but wonder if it's a cold shoulder directed at me or just remaining nerves from that last conversation. No use just thinking about it. So, any further thoughts, Olivia? Oh, right. Sorry, I guess I'm not here right now. What were you thinking about exactly? Olivia lets out a sigh and turns her head upwards so that her eyes meet mine. I really got to thinking about what we were talking about earlier. How it seems like neither one of us knows what we'll be doing exactly after school's over. Alright. Yeah, that. I hadn't really given much thought to the fact that I had essentially dropped a bombshell on both of us. Now that I really stopped to think about it, though, the idea that neither of us really knows what to do after graduation is concerning. Most seniors at least have a small idea of what they'll want to do after graduation. At least I think. Hell, Liz had made a full chart and timeline for herself. I mean, I always figured I'd go to college, but that feels so basic, for a lack of a better word. There should be some kind of grander plan on what to do with the next big steps in life. University, a career, even starting some kind of family. Those are the kind of plans that come to mind. They're all just simple platitudes at the end of the day, though. Is it even worth making plans? The more I think about it, the more likely it is that something stupid just comes out of left field and wrecks everything. If you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans and all. So maybe all I can really do then is live in the moment. I always hated that sort of thinking. Just be a sitting duck for life to take pot shots at me. Just live pretending death can't show up and take me at any time. Hey, it's Olivia. Ugh, don't you start this music again, bitch. And friend. Olivia stiffens in her chair. Oh, hey, Mia. Olivia's words are a hiss as she tries to face away from the crimson-scaled girl. Hands shakily strained against the wheels in her chair, slowly turning to two. Got a couple of questions for you, Olivia. Would you like to humor me for a bit? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't mind. Parasaur saunters up and the sway of her hips pushes me aside as she takes Olivia's reins from me. What the hell? You're insane if you think we're going with you anywhere. We. She looks down to Olivia and back at me. I just kind of realized I didn't have the... Oh, that's concerning. Oh, that's a concern. Ooh, you know what? Desktop audio isn't coming through right now. I don't know if you guys can hear anything from desktop. I just realized that I never turned it back up from earlier, so I don't know if you guys can hear anything in game. Granted, there's no like music going on right now, but I'm also just mildly concerned that if there is something that you guys wouldn't be able to hear it. So, again, seems to still be recording me, but I was just concerned about desktop. If anyone hears anything, please just make a shout out. Just let me know something is heard. Just for a little test. I think I've only heard you, but I mean, I've been lurking too. That's fair. Nothing is coming through with the desktop audio at the moment, but I also can't tell if there's supposed to be anything right now. He's funny. We're just going for a little girl talk. No boys allowed. Sorry. You're up for that, right, Liv? She puts a hand on her shoulder and cocks an eyebrow back at me like she knows something. So yeah, we'll just be a moment. Don't worry that pretty little head of yours. I'm left gawking and confused as the two head off in another direction. Olivia doesn't seem to know what to say or do either, so she just goes along with the parasaur, wheeling her away. Part of me wants to give chase, but the side eye that Mia sends me back at me forces me to stop. I feel useless as I watch the two turn the corner. My thoughts of what I want to do, going after the pair, are betrayed by my body still frozen by the icy glare from Mia. Damn it. I'll just get to class and ask what it was all about after. I don't like this. By the time I get to Prockling's history class, I'm half expecting to find Olivia already waiting for me. Some kind of remark primed and ready to be spoken to me. But instead, she isn't here. Reluctantly, I take my seat, tapping my foot impatiently. Even when the bell comes and goes, there's still no sign of her. Shit. I shouldn't have let Olivia go with her alone. What the hell was I thinking? I really don't want to cut class, but I can't afford anything bad happening to her. No, I can't. I can't sit and do nothing. I shoot my hand up in the air, causing Miss Prockling to pause mid-lecture. Yes, Mr. Nito. Miss Prockling, can I please be excused? Why? Class barely started a few minutes ago. Because I... shat myself. This is the excuse? We needed an excuse to get out of class? This is the only thing we could think of? You shit yourself? Was there nothing else that could be done? I'm halfway out the door already. Where did they go? There's not a soul to be found anywhere. If I were a bitch, where would I harass somebody in secret? What is this? What is this? What is happening right now? I lied about shitting myself. All the goddamn fucking things that have been said about Inco throughout this game, and now I'm just making up rumors myself for people. Shoot, whatever's between them, I hope it isn't turning physical. I mean, she wouldn't, would she? My hands clench tighter and tighter as I focus on walking faster. Finally, something snaps out of my trance, the faint sound of squawking metal. I've heard that sound before. I turn towards the door just beyond the door of a nearby classroom. Judging by the paraphernalia covering the door, I think this is an algebra room. I grab the handle and haphazardly throw the door open, praying that I'm not about to rudely interrupt a teacher for the second time today. Looks like shit. How am I? Should be happy it's done. Two heads turn to me in a mix of anger and surprise, and they're heads of the girls I was looking for. It's like a sudden three-way standoff. I was definitely not intended to be a factor in whatever this is. I really should have thought about that before barging in. Thank Raptor Jesus she's okay. What the fuck are you doing here? I should ask you two the same question. Oh my god. Look, Baldy, now is not the time. Don't talk to him like that. Yeah? Or what? I told you not to be followed. You were there when we left. He just heard you screaming like a maniac. I've been forgotten already. Hey! Why are you two in an empty classroom yelling at each other? The two fall deafeningly silent, unwilling or unable to speak. I notice a piece of paper in Mia's hand. Looks like something drawn on it. The style is different, but it's unmistakably one of Olivia's works. Mia, why do you have her drawn? Parasaur stops blinking for a few seconds before shoving the paper in her jacket. Before I can question any further, Olivia speaks up. Inco, why did you come here? You seemed like you were in trouble? How touching. Well, we're all in trouble now. We? Yeah, dumbass. I don't have time for this. Hot Wheels, fill him in. What is this? What's the big issue? Olivia? Olivia claws at her armrests again. She looks ready to cry. Hey, where'd all your vicious bravado go? Are you afraid to tell him? Afraid of what he'll think? Shut up! Precious. Fine, I'll say it. Mia turns to me with a malicious grin. I know about what this prick did during the yearbook art contest. Now, ordinarily, I wouldn't give two shits. But then it hit me, holy shit, I can just get away with it. Now, how crazy is that? She pauses, goading me to say otherwise, but I bite my tongue. Like a shark smelling blood, she starts to circle me, continuing her taunts. Then, one thing leads to another, now we're helping each other out. After all, if the school found out, it'd leave a permanent mark on her unemployable ass. What? Yours too, probably, since you're involved in all. My teeth creak painfully from my clenched jaw, and yet the blood drained from my face. I'm talking about her record, you mouth breather. Art's her big break, right? Skipping the whole rigmarole, the gist of it is simple. So Olivia draws up some BS group projects for me and some friends of mine, turns them in, and I make sure the whole incident goes away. I managed to earn back some of the feeling in my consciousness, just long enough to defy her. But that's blackmail and cheating. That's wrong. Oh my god, you're fucking precious. Mia blinks a few times before turning to look at Olivia, then back to me, then back to Olivia. What, are you disappointed in her now? I bet you made her pinky swear she would never do anything like that again. She leans closer to me, faux whispering. Well, sorry to break the news, Inco, but your friend here is a liar. Don't listen, I wouldn't be... She was threatening me. Threatening, honey? If we were swapped, you'd see my ass hang. All I'm doing is making things better for the both of us. Not my fault you tried to get away with cheating. You think a cripple like you would have more shame than that? I watch Olivia's eyes start twitching. Mia's really starting to get to her. I can't let her keep talking to her like that. Mia, just stop it, okay? She really doesn't need this right now. Can't you both just walk away and pretend this never happened? Shit, Inco, you're good. You hear that, Olivia? Wait, I didn't mean... Olivia is staring at me with a look of betrayal that threatens to tear my heart in two. God damn it, why can't I stop talking for once? Mia waves me off, turning to face her target once more. I bet you'd love to walk away from this, but things just don't work out that way, do they? Oh, that's why you didn't want Inco knowing you're still a dirty cheater. Shut up! Oh, relax, it's not a big deal. No, I'm sick of this. You already admitted it. Art's my big break. You're the only one doing this because art is all I have. Your record is fucked. You lose nothing if we get caught. It's Tuesday for you. But me? It's all I have. You're embarrassing yourself. Hi, Malice. Welcome. We've been continuing our story with Olivia. Right now, we've got this bitch has some dirt on her that's been blackmailing her since an event earlier in game for an art contest that she admittedly kind of fucked up herself, but we're still kind of drawn in with it. Is the mic low? I thought it was regular volume, honestly. I thought I was honestly being like a little too loud while reading, but I can't tell most of the time with this. I also get this is also a bit of a quieter time in game, but it looks like this moment is about to get a little bit louder. You know I can't lift or run or carry or dance or fucking anything you do on a daily basis without even thinking about it. I can't ever do anything else Because these fucking legs and this fucking chair. Why can't any of you just leave me alone? I just want to draw, for God's sake. Oh, I've definitely pissed her off, I think. Mia rolls her eyes and takes a step closer to Olivia. That's a nice outburst and all, sweetie, but I really thought you were smarter than this. Olivia wipes away her eyes with her sleeve. What? Mia takes another step forward. Think, handbag. Would I really go through the trouble of making you do this junk for middling grades? If your work were crap, you wouldn't have a record to hold over you. Everyone knows you're the best artist in this place. You're just a retard about it. Olivia's mouth hangs open, but no words come out. You're the kind of idiot that let this sort of comment get to you, so let me be the first to say. Congratulations, Olivia. You have a fan. What? Anyways, Inco. Oh crap. Distractions aside, you're in on it now too. You don't want Olivia to starve, now would you? Her words, not mine. Shit. Say a damn word about any of this and she's doomed. Do you understand me? Try to muster up words of defiance, but just past Mia's stare of death, I spot Olivia's horrified expression. Hello, Baldy. I'm waiting for your answer, skinny. I honestly don't know what to say or do in this situation. No. Excuse me? Let me think this over with Olivia. Think this over? You dense or something? This is a simple yes or no question. You can't seriously frickin'... Mia pinches the bridge of her snout and lets out a tired sigh. Fine. The two of yous talk it over and reach some kind of resolution. But that don't change the fact of what I said earlier, Inco. Don't say I don't do nothing nice. But think carefully, amigo. You both got a hell of a lot more to lose than I do. Mia only gives me and Olivia one final glance before unceremoniously leaving the room. It takes me a bit to recover my thoughts. I never thought Mia would go this far. And Olivia right now, she must be... I stand up from the floor, slowly approaching the alligator. I'm sorry, is the mic still low? I hope not. I'm terribly sorry if it is. I don't know. I know I speak, I go up and down in my speaking, so I'm never sure if I'm being quiet or too loud. I'm sorry. She looks like a mess. Why did you have to come in here? I'm sorry. I was just so worried about what Mia could have been doing to you, and I wanted to make sure you were alright. Olivia grips her armrest. I was alright. I handled it with Mia. But to basically be her slave, doing all her work? Not all of it, just whatever she needs to pass. I'll take the seat next to her. There. She threatened me that she'd go to Scalar and spill everything. And if Scalar knew that I swapped the art, she'd know that it was with you. I couldn't let her do that to us. So, I got desperate. I told her I'd do anything she wanted. That's how I got mixed up with her. I let out a deep and heavy sigh. Olivia, I can understand why, but I heard how Mia was threatening you before I came in. Even when you're doing her work to save her skin, she's still treating your art, and more importantly, you, like garbage. My words rip through the Gator girl's fragile heart, her face contorting in a fierce snarl, even as her eyes grow wet. You're miserable. You know that. Olivia looks away from me, her face scrunching up as tears well in her eyes. I don't know what to do. And I don't even know I can trust her to keep her word. And now that you know what's going on, Mia has a noose around both our necks. The gravity of the situation settles in. It feels like something in me is both frozen over and ablaze. There's only 6 months left in the semester. It's not like she's asking for something impossible. Her eyes regain some fire as she smiles. I'll just have to tough it out. Keep making art to shut her up until this whole stupid thing can blow over. She's been going through this for so long, and she's still... That's just... I'm out of options, and so is she. I just blurt out the first thing that comes to mind. Why not tell Scalar about what Mia's making you do? Scalar? Are you out of your mind? You saw how she handles things around here, especially with that auditor breathing down her neck. I'm trying to avoid getting caught. Right. Okay. Ladakyn? For a split second, I see her mask crack, her real worry evident in those silver eyes shaking. No. Olivia makes a show of clearing her throat. Mr. Ladakyn doesn't need to hear this, either. You know he'd be able to... I can do this on my own! Balled up fists quake wildly after they slam onto her armrest, and the Gator girl does her best to hide her wince. I really don't think we can fix this if we're not working together. There's nothing to fix! I told you, I have it under control. Just please, Inco, I need you to trust me on this. Don't ruin this for me. I do trust you. Her voice is softening as if she's been fully drained now. I can handle it. I told you. Her fists unfurl and continue shaking. I take one of her hands, ignoring her indignant sputters as I delicately cradle it in my palm. Her protest died down into a pained whine, and my thumb ever so slightly presses down on a joint. All this time, you've been doing your best, Olivia. My soft words draw out an even softer breath from her. Mia's had me drawing for her group almost daily. It almost hurt a lot after so long. Maybe it does. But it's nothing I can't work through. Why can't you trust me to help then? It's not that I don't trust you, Inco. It's that I did trust everyone else. So please stop asking about fixing me. Or fixing things, I mean. Is that what this is about? Olivia's burning out at this point. She's already hurt badly. I can feel her hands still shaking. It's beyond the point that either of us alone can handle. I let go of Olivia's hand, watching as she takes back her hand and settles it against her chest. I hook a nearby chair leg with my foot and drag the seat closer, close enough that I could sit down right next to the baryonyx. Inco, I find that being next to her like this makes it easier for what I'm about to say. Breathe in, breathe out. Meeting her eyes once again, I speak my honest thoughts. Mr. Ladakyn can help, Olivia. Her teeth grind together as though contemplating mauling my face off. Please hear me out. I want to trust you, Inco, but I'm just scared that Ladakyn will hate me forever for this. He's the only one that's ever made me feel like my art is worth something. I can't lose him. Look, we can get you out of this. Of course Ladakyn will understand, even go to bat for you. And if you're the one to speak up, it means you're the one getting back at Mia. She won't have power over you. I just can't give it all up like this. How can I trust you with my entire future? You have nothing to lose. I have everything. Can you trust Ladakyn? Will he really just let that happen? He has no reason to not throw you under the bus. Does he? Of course not. Mr. Ladakyn is the only teacher that's never given up on me. I'm here with you too. You're not alone, Olivia, but you need to accept our help. Please. Olivia looks at me in the eyes for a few seconds before sharply snapping her face downward. Her body then begins to quiver, almost as if she trembles with a mixture of cold and fear. Olivia. I get up from my chair and reach out to grasp her shoulder to try and comfort her somewhat. It's okay. I'm here for you. Olivia's shaking lessens, giving me hope that my words were starting to reach her, but not 2 seconds after those thoughts crossed my mind, Olivia's shaking resumed once again. The shaking's followed by sniffling, at which point I noticed tears rolling down Olivia's snout and falling right into her lap. Before I can finish my word, Olivia lunges forward and wraps her arms around my abdomen, bringing me forward and burying her face into my stomach. At which point she begins to let out what I can only describe as a pain-filled wail. At first, I'm left utterly frozen in place, hands raised and eyes wide. Nothing in my life has ever prepared me for a situation such as this. No, Inco, you know what to do. I place my other hand on Olivia's other shoulder and slowly take a single knee, bringing me to eye level with her. Then, without saying a word, I tighten my embrace, allowing her arms to wrap around my neck as I wrap my arms around hers. My waist is pulled closer too by her boa-like tail that's become an impromptu belt harnessing me to the Gator girl. There's a distinct thumping in my chest, rhythmic and relaxing. The realization that it's her heart sets my face ablaze, but also brings a smile to my lips. I close my eyes and I let myself become lost in the warmth of Olivia's embrace. When we break apart, I check on our time limit. My phone says there's still 20 minutes left before school's out. Hopefully Ladakon has a free period right now. You ready? Olivia gives a small nod. I get up and start toward the door. The door held open with the back of my shoe. I look back to her. As Olivia wheels over, she grunts with each push. Oh crap, I'm an idiot. Once she reaches me, Olivia gives a very meaningful look, though I don't really get its intent till her tail wraps itself around my wrist. Oh, right. Taking Olivia's reins for her, she starts towards our art teacher's room in companionable silence. Oh man. Oh, I'm very worried. I'm very worried about what's going to come next, because I get a lot of shit with the Mia thing is happening, but there's a lot of pressure on us to not fuck over Olivia right now. Man, I can't wait to just go home and relax. Maybe open a bag of chips. Olivia's tremoring has fallen to a 2 on the Richter scale, so that's nice. She's seen enough Mia to last a while. Then again, so have I. She'd probably kill us if she saw us sneaking off. We're near the end of it all. It's nearly over. It's the first bit of quiet that we get. Just the sounds of Olivia and I walking through the halls. Olivia's gripping my wrists pretty hard, because she's still pretty tense. Maybe there's a massage place around here that'd be pretty nice right now. Wait a second. Just the sounds of Olivia and I walking through the halls? Something ancient awakens in me. An icy chill races down my spine, as if there's a knife poised just behind my neck. The Gator girl tenses, head stiffly turning. Her pupils slowly shift to mine, and their contraction to pinpoints bring attention to the danger my ancestral instincts were warning me of. Sup? You two trying to run away? Fight or flight. Reflexes get in. Zero thought on my end. My body chooses to just book it. Animation? Animation! Oh shit! Oh fuck, we're dead! Oh shit, we're dead! Oh, I love the animation so much here. Oh, how strong is this bitch? Ooh. For a moment, I wonder if the deafening noise of the metal doors being hit is from Mia punching it in rage or accidentally slamming into it in chasing after us. When I catch you, I will eviscerate you and every last thing you love. Fuck! The elevator finally begins its descent downwards. I exhale deeply. Olivia gasps for breath. My arm stings from Olivia's razored grip. Good thing I have a jacket. Her claws have shredded the sleeve. I think it may have even drawn blood. I shake my arm a bit, and Olivia retracts her hands apologetically. Sorry. Oh, God. Are you okay? No, I'm not. What happens when we reach the bottom? Mia will be waiting for us. Olivia removes the key from its slot. It won't open. Just don't make any noise. The elevator reaches the bottom. Just as Olivia said, without the key, the outmoded chamber simply powers down. Silence. A small gap under the door, letting light in. There's nobody there. We sit in dark, empty cabin for what feels like minutes. I'm pressed close to Olivia while we wait it out. I can feel her tail wrap around my ankle, which thankfully won't rip my clothing apart. The phrase 7 minutes in heaven surfaces in my mind and is buried immediately. Not the time. It's a bit warm in here. Shh. Heavy, rapid footsteps zone in on us, accompanied by the sound of ripping paper. Mia's destroying everything on the walls. You fuckers had better still be in there. If you cowards run away, so help me, Raptor Jesus. She's right in front of the door. I hear her heavy breathing and soft thuds as she attempts to put her ear to the door a few times. I try to stay as silent as possible, but I'm afraid that the homicidal parasaur can hear my heart hammering in my chest in pants-crapping horror. Good thing I already told everybody I shat myself. Mia, with no intention to vent her frustrations verbally, resorts to the next best thing. Physical therapy. We're surrounded by the sounds of ripping paper, dented lockers, and drywall fracturing. On occasion, something hits the elevator door again. Olivia and I don't dare move. I hear other voices. Mia's drawn attention to herself. Who the fuck are you looking at? Do you want one less horn? Find someone quick. I fucking swear, I've had it with that fucking luggage case on wheels. Good luck painting when you're eating through a straw, bitch legs croconaut. Oh, croc cunt. That's what she called her. My bad. I don't know why I said croconaut. Olivia takes a sharp breath. Silence. What was that sound? It sounds like a series of sharp cracks. Hey! Whoa! Hey! It's all cool! It's not what it looks like. It's a... Rapid footsteps echo from down the hall. Is she gone? What the fuck could have scared Mia like that? There's a light knock on the elevator door. Hey, anyone in there? He sounds exhausted, but it's definitely Ledakin. By now, my eyes have adjusted to the light. Olivia's relief is palpable and shared, my body finally relaxing and practically melting against the wall of the tiny elevator. We're going to have to tell Ledakin. It's safe to come out. It's all clear. Well, it looks like a stick of dynamite went off out here, but otherwise it's fine. I look at Olivia, who stares at the key in her hand. She moves to unlock the elevator, but hesitates. I think our teacher's able to sense it, since his tired voice carries the weight of his worry. Everything will be okay. I promise. But she doesn't put it in. She just stares. You don't know that. Olivia whispers softly. I can barely make it out. God, please. Putting that key in and opening up means telling Ledakin everything. There's no way Mia's letting this slide. Nothing's a safe bet. Nothing can be said for sure. She can't do nothing, and she can't do anything either. So she looks to me, as if I had an answer. The keys offered to me, delicately held between two of her claws. I don't have to make her do it alone. And it's together now. Alright, let's get this over with. We've gotten this far. Time to end it. I've had about enough of all this stress. And by the looks of it, so has Olivia. She's been dealing with this much longer than me, so it's time for me to carry my own weight here. It's the least I can do to take the final step for her. Even if she doesn't trust Ledakin, she trusts me. She doesn't trust Ledakin? That doesn't sound right. But it can't be anything else. It's just that. Enough nonsense. I take the key and move to slide the key in the panel. Oh, I'm so worried about what's going to be happening for her. I'm scared. With the key inserted and twisted, the dark room shudders briefly before the metal door finally starts to slide open. We're greeted by the sight of our teacher, looking very haggard, and his brow slick with sweat and holding some strange black rod. Olivia reels back at the sight of the odd baton. Thanks for saving us, Mr. Ledakin. Don't thank me just yet. I'm going to need an explanation for all this. So is Principal Scalar, for that matter. He steps aside and motions us to the elevator with a wave of his broad stick. Come along, give the janitors some time to take care of the mess. Holy shit, looks like Mia tried to destroy everything within reach in the hallway. On the ceiling, a pipe is leaking water intended for fountains and toilets. A group of dinos in overalls round the corner looking absolutely pissed. Our teacher waves at them and begins escorting us to his room. All the adrenaline has faded now, and I could feel the acute pain in my arm. Olivia's hand reaches back behind her head to the arm that she had grabbed, and her fingers delicately loop around the spot. She looks back, her mouth shut tight, but her sympathetic eyes telling me she's sorry. I nod back with a comforting smile. Sure, it hurt, but I knew she didn't mean it. We look forward again to the door of Ledakin's classroom. Olivia sighed and resigned herself to explaining everything to our teacher. Okay. Olivia looked ready to collapse. She had taken the better part of an hour explaining Mia's extortion in full detail to Mr. Ledakin. I grab Olivia's canteen to hand it to her. She greedily chugs the entire thing, gasping after and rubbing her sore throat. It was hard to get a read on what our teacher was thinking. His brow was furrowed, his fingers steepled, he was muttering to himself. Finally, with a deep sigh, he stands from his desk and looks at the exhausted girl. I had a feeling something was going on, but to this extent, you should have come forward sooner. I know, but we're here now, aren't we? Fair point. Still, I'm concerned that you thought nobody would notice. I didn't think anybody would care to look. Those assignments go through dozens of eyes, you know. What do you mean? Your style, Olivia. I saw it from a mile away, and I was just waiting for you to talk to me. You knew? Why didn't you say anything? I wanted it to come from you. Don't worry, I'm not going to lecture you. Raptor Jesus knows you've had enough of that already. I'm glad you two are okay. Yeah, I thought she was actually going to kill us. Mr. Ledakin shakes his head before he smiles softly at us. Have some faith in the faculty here. We do our best for you. With what we have on Mia now, we can justify watching her like a hawk from here on. Anybody else she was harassing ought to thank you. Are you sure she's actually going to get in trouble for this? At this point, we'd look bad if we didn't punish Mia for this kind of behavior. That's relief. Come on, you two can hunker here until school clears out. You sure? You were going to stay after like always anyways, right? Yeah. The loud noise makes me stumble to the floor. Mr. Ledakin! Whoops. Ledakin looks at the device in his hand. Is that a taser? There's a piece of tape on it with something written on it. Estrus Protocol. Did I just get tased? Anyway, I'm going to run and get some things done. They're going to want my account on paper pretty soon. May as well knock it out of the way. With no care at all, Mr. Dakin chucks the electric weapon into his desk before turning to his doorway. Did he just tase me for the fun of it? Don't burn the place down, alright? Alone, I go sit near the back of the classroom. Looking out the window, I finally let a huge sigh I'd been holding in. Olivia rolls over to join me, and surprisingly, she smiles. I keep you up, homie. I must sleep. Get some good sleep, Kay. I'm probably going to be calling it here soon, closer to midnight. 12:30 at the latest for me. Thank you for joining. Take care. Hope you can join us again next time. Have a good night. You were right, Inco. I could trust him. We sit in silence, just looking out the window. When school's let out, we watch the crowd of students going home. I don't see Mia in the crowd, but that doesn't matter. I think despite it all, Olivia's life is going to be just a bit easier after today. This feels like a good place to stop, but I don't want to. I'm enjoying this so much. While students trickle out of the school, Olivia took the chance to unwind. I figured it'd be best to let her rest, as I saw her drooping eyelids finally shut. She looked cute. Just napping idly in her wheelchair, except for the weird bellowing. It was like a snore, except I could feel it vibrating through the floor. With the clouds hiding the sun, the classroom's lights turned off, I could do with some shut-eye too. Love you, Kay. Take care. Noit, noit. But I can't bring my eyes closed. Instead, I look out the window. The layer of clouds overhead steadily grows more dense, casting a darker shade on everything. Light raindrops prick against the glass. Crap, I really should have brought my umbrella. As a few minutes ago, they roll in closer and closer, blocking out the sunlight. If Olivia were awake, she'd think this was pretty neat. I look back to her. Maybe I could nap too. Just a little. What was... Oh. My eyes are drawn upward to the heavy clouds in the sky. In moments, the glass of the window is assailed by numerous heavy droplets of rain. Holy moly. The trees outside are billowing almost aggressively. Several small branches are stripped away in the torrential downpour. An umbrella wouldn't help with this. Huh? What? My phone's blaring an alarm. So is Olivia's. Instructions to shelter in place for several hours. The classroom door is thrust open quickly. Mr. Dakin is back, panting hard and clothes drenched. He takes our moment of surprise to compose himself as best as he can. Sorry about that. Faculty is doing a sweep of the campus right now. Apparently there's a monsoon scare right now. Monsoon? Does that happen here? Dakin gestures towards his drenched outfit and out the window, as if to ask if Mia had clocked me in the head after all. Right. Are we going to be alright? Oh, of course. Schools are designated shelters for the worst disasters. If anything, you're safer here than at home. But the hallway outside is open, isn't it? I just finished putting the cover up. A cover? Just keep close to the wall, okay? Yeah. What do we do now? Dakin shakes his phone at us. Shelter in place. We're all stuck in here for a few hours. Olivia reaches into her bag and pulls out her drawing book and well-used pencil. Actually, why don't you use this time to catch up on some schoolwork? I'm sure you have some work from other classes still pending, and I can't think of a better time to tackle it at than now. But today's been rough. Can't I do this or finish my nap instead? That's fine too, but aren't you falling behind grade-wise in some of your other classes? Maybe. Fine. I'll catch up on some of that work. Reagan gives a single nod and smiles. What a dad. Olivia puts away her drawing materials and instead pulls out her bulky mathematics book, which she sets on the table with more force than necessary, followed by her notebook. With some hesitation on her part, Olivia sets herself to work. Meanwhile, I bring myself closer. In her case, she wants some help with the work. After a few minutes, it's clear her mind and spirit isn't into the work one bit. She constantly fidgets, taps her pen on the table, looks around the room and out the window. Eventually, she lets out a groan and slams her book shut. Ah, this sucks. Can I please do something else? She's such a baby. Sometimes. Larkin, who had been busying himself with grading some paperwork, snaps up away from his work, looking at Olivia while rubbing his chin. Well, there is one other thing you could help out with. We need both of your help with it. Could even consider a new extra assignment. What do you say? I don't know. Today's been pretty rough on Olivia. Absolutely, I'll do it. Alright. Wonderful. It's back here. He starts walking to the back of the room and waves for the two of us to follow him. Whoa. Something in the dark room? Oh man, I thought we wouldn't get to do anything in there until the last few weeks of the semester. Are we going to be getting a head start on this section? Maybe we'll be making prints or learning about C41 and... Huh? Oh, Olivia's poking my back. Quit it with the cinematic gait. You're going too slow. Oops. I shake the excitement off and head to the dark room. Dagon holds the door open for the two of us to enter. The inside glows a vibrant crimson light. The Dagon's suit appears to light up in the red lights, as does my shirt. I've only actually been in the dark room once before. This is so cool. I clasp my hands together. So, what are we developing? We? This is an important job just for you. Alright, I'm ready for it. What am I developing? Your lower back. There's a click of a switch, and the red lights switch to normal lights and properly illuminate the room. There's boxes over here. I need one at each station around the room, but they're too heavy for me. If you can, of course. Legally, I can't make you do any of this. Do I at least get extra credit? You get one of the bags of chips I keep hidden in my desk. Fine. Nice. Come on, Olivia. We should clear the way for him. There actually is something in the box we'll need in a bit. The two move back to the entrance, and I'm faced with the myriad boxes I'll have to carry. Looks like there's about 10. They're pretty medium sized, like you could fit a table lamp in them. How heavy can they... Ugh! Lift with your knees, Inco! This is gonna suck. I look at Olivia, and she already has her phone out and pointed my way. Damn it. I shift my legs and try again. I actually managed to get this thing off the ground. This must weigh at least 70 pounds. What are these loaded with? Bricks? Something like that. Careful, they're fragile. Finally, I get the last box in its place. I pick a chair and collapse in a heap. My muscles are on fire, though to be honest, I don't know if I could have done all of that at the beginning of this year. I guess I am getting stronger. The Hagen walks back to into the dark room with a small black toolbox. Oh good, you're done. Come on out and take a breather. That looked tough. I'd rather stay here. Olivia shows up in the doorway behind Ladakin. I'm surprised you didn't use the dolly. What dolly? Before you get started with me, Inco, you didn't ask. For the love of... I hate you. That's the spirit. Olivia stifles her laughter into a snickering snort fest. Your mood will improve when you see just what you've been carrying. Oh? Grabs a box cutter from a shelf and slices a top of one open. Sorry, I don't know what that was. Pardon? Our teacher pulls out what looks like a large overhead lamp from the box. Oh, sweet. So that means that you'll be making your own prints for midterms. That sounds awesome. Oh man, I can't wait to... But before any of that, these need to be assembled. The rest of the parts are taken from the first box and set down meticulously. Olivia has gotten curious as she's rolled up to the station and handing one of the funnier looking pieces. Anywho, here you two go. Wait, two? Yes, two. Don't think I didn't notice you watching Inco so much. Stammered denial from Olivia does nothing to wipe the cheeky grin from our teacher's face. Well, what about you, Mr. Ladagan? I'll be right back. He makes his way to the door again. Get started without me. I need to go fetch some things. Before either Olivia or I can speak up, he's left the room. Olivia already has the toolbox open in her lap. Right then. Grab the folded up instructions and lay it out, seeing the details of the bizarre device fully assembled. Okay, so... Step 1. Hand me the next piece. Did I scare you? Yes, you scared me! These things are heavy. What if you dropped that on something? I didn't, though. But you could have. And I didn't. His tail reaches for some brackets, but I grab the limb before she can take them. Hold on, we gotta do things right on the enlarger, or the enlarger might not work right. She retracts her tail from the table. You're no fun. It's just an oversized lamp. That's a gross oversimplification. You're a gross oversimplification. Ladagan's gonna make you use one and use the one you break. Just means I can sketch more, right? Well, it'd mean you can't participate and learn about photography. Photography's your thing, though it doesn't really apply to me much, does it? Well, maybe that's the case for you, but photography's my thing. It's the whole reason I took this class, after all. Oh, sorry. It's nothing. Olivia politely rests her hands in her lap. Her eyes linger in the box of parts. Well, how does it work then? The print enlarger? She shakes her head. Photography. Like, why the giant lamp thing? It's all digital today, right? Huh. I think that's the first time someone's actually asked me about it. Sure, I've had lots of mid-shower rehearsals explaining my hobbies and their cultural significance to others, but none of that's coming to me right now. It's all about shot composition, and this machine is part of the production of it. Getting the right things in the right places at the right time to evoke a certain feeling. Composition is a thing in painting too, you know. I'm ill-prepared for Olivia's comeback. Yeah, it's a lot easier to pick the composition you want. You don't have to worry about any factors other than yourself. With photography, you have to build the set to get a good photo. That's the fun of it. But why would you want to limit yourself like that? Why not just draw whatever you're taking a picture of instead? You could express all kinds of things you could never express with a photo. Olivia taps a claw on the imager, the metallic ping echoing in the small room. What sets all this junk apart from just lines on a page? The technique and vision! She smirks at my petulant comment. Fine, I'll show her. I'll prove to you that this takes skill. I hold the lighting portion up, making sure it's the right angle, and fasten the last portion of the enlarger in. I plug the machine in and flip the switch, happy that it works right and lights up the entire base. Olivia looks at me with confusion as I move to the entrance to the room and flick the light switch, bathing the room in bright red again. Going back to our workspace, I pull the developed negatives from my backpack and slot the slide I want into the carrier. And ta-da! The negative carrier in place in the machine, A blurry gray blob is projected onto the base. What? Give me a minute. I hold the manual under the light to the side of the blob, checking which knob is which, slowly turn them. As the lens and billows shift, the Rorschach test transforms, gaining more definition until finally it becomes the spitting image of the school's front entrance. I could even do this. I take out the negative, place another atop of it before sliding the carrier back in, while also increasing the strength of the light. The image displayed is now the entrance with a half-dozen semi-transparent students in front of it. What did you do? I overlapped another shot. The backgrounds are the same and doubled up, so I had to intensify the light, otherwise the entrance would be too dim. So, that would take me a few minutes to do tops. Look a lot better, too. She smirks, but I think she's feigning her apathy this time. I actually used to really love photography, wanted to go into it as a field, and now all I do is take pictures for Google Maps. I still enjoy it, but not a professional or nothing. Her tail gives her away. It's a lot more technical, I guess, but I only knew how to do this kind of stuff from Mr. Ledakin's lectures about negatives. What else can you do with this thing? I don't know, but what's that? Oh shit! I pull out the negative carrier and wince at how hot it is. Crap, 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 shit. Olivia is quick to rip the plug from the socket. With my sleeve, I open the carrier and I see I've managed to melt the two negatives together. Oh man, I was going to use that. All that work and I go and mess it up trying to prove something. Olivia's never going to let me live this down. The green Gator girl lays a sympathetic hand on my shoulder, to my surprise. Hey, shit happens. I've ruined a lot of paintings in the past too, She takes the reels from the warm metal plate and holds them up to the red light, trying to see through them. And you've got more shots on this thing. But I like those shots. And go retake them. It's not that easy. It has to be the exact same time and weather and lighting? The abrupt darkness coincides with the vague ambient sound of the ventilation shuddering to a halt. The blackness isn't all-encompassing. I can't even see Olivia, who I know is right next to me. Inco? Her voice helps me confirm that we're still alive in some fashion, but there's a shakiness in her tone, which sends a tense rattle down my spine. Our breathing is the only noise. It's as if we'd been encapsulated in a void of nothingness. I'm still here. I know that. I plant my hand down to brace her snout, feeling the still warm metal of the enlarger base. But, yeah, I guess the school lost power. I feel something cover my hand, and then squeeze. Painfully. Ow, 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 ow. Sorry. The pressure lessens, but she doesn't let go of my fingers. No, it's fine. There's a subtle shake in the scaly limb in my hand, but when I brush my thumb across it, the limb eases. Hey, stop that. Stop what? Just that. Stop that thing you're doing with your hand. I shrug. And then want to slap my face when I realize she can't see that. Alright. Standing here in the darkness of the dark room isn't getting us anywhere. We should go find... Oh, shit. Olivia? Inco? Ah! My instincts kick in. I hop back to make space between us and the killer. I turn my back to them, become a defensive wall. I wrap my arms around Olivia's head to make sure she's 100% protected. Hey, it's me, Mr. Ledakin. It took a bit to find a flashlight with how this room is. I look up with the shining white pterodactyl pointing the flashlight at his own face. Oh! Get off of me! Get... Oof. Look, I'm not paying you two to get frisky in the closet. That's what Trigham's class is for. You're not paying... We're not Mr. Ledakin holds up a pale hand, his grin widening. Relax, I'm just joking around. He leans against the doorway to get better look inside the dark room with his flashlight. Power's out for the whole block. And apparently, our backup generator is decades old and only keeping the AC on. Someone should get fired for that. Come on, we can wait it out in the studio. Olivia follows me into the main classroom as we trail slowly in Mr. Ledakin's wake. The slow sounds of this gate sets a nice contrast to the rain lashing against the windows. Oh, it's really coming down outside. Think it'll flood? It floods here? Sometimes. The ground floor classrooms used to have carpet, you know. Ledakin starts pulling something out of his desk, but it's too dark to see what. Ugh. Don't remind me. That drunk got sucked away half a year's funding. You ever tried teaching people with watercolors without the friggin' watercolors? It was ridiculous. I remember you were the most upset. Alright. He sets some tiny tea lights down on one of the desks and begins lighting them. The tiny wicks are set alight with the tiniest of embers, providing the bare minimum of illumination for us to see. Will those trigger the fire alarms? We should be fine. They're too small by themselves. What are those for? Been saving them for a rainy day. We're going to be stuck for a while, so why not make it a camp out? Camping? I like the sound of that. We won't get in trouble, though. It'd be trespassing, right? It's either this or trying to get home in this storm. As if to illustrate his point, the weather decided to chime in. Besides, schools are usually made with sheltering in mind. There's all kinds of procedures for this, like bringing everyone to the gym and breaking out some really moldy cots. Olivia winces. Those haven't been replaced? Ha! Our budget has been in the red for years, Miss Halford. Part of why we're scrutinized right now, with the whole audit business. Anyway, we're the only ones left on campus, so I'm not going to go through all that trouble. So just relax for now. I've already called a taxi for the both of you. Taxi? I made the call as soon as the power went out. It's just going to be a while to get one ready and send it out. What'll we do in the meantime? Our teacher has a wicked grin. You're not done with homework, right? I'm kidding. Time and storm carry on, yet things are surprisingly calm. Olivia pretends to focus on her work while I pretend to help her, but soon enough, Mr. Ledakin starts sharing wild stories about previous semesters. You know, a few years back, somebody tried to take his hat right off his head. Let me tell you, I've never seen a shovel fly that fast. That sounds appropriately violent. Either way, Olivia slowly loosens the facade of productivity, and I join her not long after. You know, I still owe you for ruining your one coat last year. Oh, forget about it. I have dozens of them in my closet anyway. You too? The eerie ambience from the blackout is quickly overrun by our combined laughter. Eventually, we run out of things to say and just wait quietly in each other's company. Ledakin slumps downwards in his chair. Whew, long day today. He glances out the window, still being assaulted by sheets of rainwater outside. Normally, I'm home by now, resting. You two mind if I relax a little here? No? Go ahead. Thanks. He stretches behind him, cracking his spine against the groove of the chair. Olivia, I've been meaning to say. You're usually so quiet, reserved, isolated even. I've noticed you're being a bit more friendly recently. Huh? You think so? You've been in my classes all 4 years. Of course I would. Maybe I'm a bit old-fashioned, but it hurts me to see a student hurt themselves like that. When you're in the adult world, you see this all the time. When someone's in a rut, they'll tend to just stay there until their days blend together instead of lifting themselves up. Like they got all the time in the world. So I'm proud of you for making an effort, Olivia. Oh, and Mr. Ledakin, don't be flustered. Be proud, Olivia. You've managed to form a friendship. Of course, I appreciate you extending an olive branch too, Inco. Me? It's no problem, Mr. Ledagan. Come on, school hours are over, you can drop the mister. I mean, it's not something to be thanking me for, is it? I'm just her friend. That is great to hear, though. You can't always navigate the world alone. Someone to keep company can really help. He can? More than you can imagine. Ledagan leans forward to place a hand over both of ours. He just barely makes contact with Olivia's wrist when she winces and yanks it back. Shit. Olivia? Are you alright? Ow, I'm fine. That just hurt. I was fine before, though. You've been trying to stay off the wrist all day. Was it that bad? I was feeling better. I even helped build those doohickeys. The print enlarges. He covers his eyes with one hand. Of course. Great move. Student's been overworking herself, and I think to give extra physical work. What am I doing? It wasn't your fault. I didn't want you to worry. I had no idea how bad it was. He leans forward again, gently holding Olivia's wrist, inspecting it and being careful not to cause any pain. You need to take care of yourself, Olivia. If something were to happen, I know you'd be completely beside yourself. I know. I know you were doing extra work, but how did it even get this bad? It was a lot of extra work. Doing the whole group's assignment on top of my own for the last 3 weeks, basically all my free time. It's great practice, at least. That's what I was telling myself. Olivia does her best to hide her wincing as the teacher tests her arm. I never would have made it to graduation. All because of the painting you switched. He shakes his head and lets go of Olivia. No, it goes further than that. The painting was all because of the pain you've been going through all these years. All because of that first contest entry, hanging in the gala. Your first venture into the art world, and it went how it did. Olivia looks down at her hand, stretching the fingers out and in, slowly, carefully. My hand moves without a thought, fingers taking her hand carefully to help in some way or another. You and that painting. Our teacher palms his face and groans into it. It's a genuinely good piece, Olivia. I told you that so many times. She locks up, but manages a small nod. We're a horrible chain of events. I've had to witness it all these years. Watch as it's taken your friends, your self-worth. That little smile you had when you first came into my class, and now it's ruining your health. He gently lets go and covers his own eyes again. And I really just sat there and watched it. I was just talking about how people act like they have more time than they have. Ledagan? Are you alright? I'm super. I'm more than okay. In fact, I've made up my mind about something. You. Take her to the gala, please. There's something I want you two to see. No words, just do it. Please. I nod. What are you going to show us? He stops at the door. Something you should have seen a long time ago. My shoes slosh noisily through the flooded hallway as we slowly head back to the main building of the school. Olivia herself has used her arms to tuck her legs into her seat, her head now resting on her knees. Ledagan didn't seem to care, each of his steps splashing water around and soaking his slacks. The drains of the floor are working overtime, keeping the water at a minimal level. It's unsettling feeling washes over me as we enter the atrium. The interior of the school pitch black from the lack of lighting. At least we aren't dealing with wet floors, but navigating the halls in the dark is a new difficulty. Olivia brought out her phone, using its flash as a light to shine our way, but I'm still unnerved. The only sound I hear is the squelches of my shoes and the awkward dripping from both Olivia and I. And that's when I realized that Ledagan had left us behind. Mr. Ledagan? Her voice bounces down the dark halls of the school. Did you see where he went? Kinda. I think he went that way. I can just make out Olivia's hand pointing thanks to her phone toward the school's offices. I keep pushing Olivia, though, taking my time as I feel my shoes threaten to slip with each step I take. It's slow going between the eerie darkness and my slow steps, which should have taken us a minute at most. It takes about 3 minutes for us to arrive at the gala. Well, we're here. The storm rages against the glass ceiling that's normally the source of the hall's natural lighting is completely obscured by the typhoon. There's still no sign of Ladagan. I withdraw my phone and turn its flashlight on too, in hopes to improve the situation. I could hear something else, aside from us and the rain. Something that's getting closer. A tiny red light in the distance, there with a sound. A tiny ember bounces and sways in rhythm with the odd tapping. Until... Why am I scared right now? What are you doing, sir? Excuse me? I'm frozen for a second. The thought forces its way through me. I'm gonna save right here. I feel like this is a point where we need to halt because there is too much going on right now after this. I don't want to stop. I don't want to. But I feel like it's wise to. Because I could keep reading for another hour or two. Just loving the story. And I want to get further in it. But I think we got to stop here because otherwise I'm going to regret first not being able to continue further and not getting any sleep for tomorrow. I want so much to continue this, guys. I swear I do. I want to so badly. But I think I gotta call it here for now. I want to say goodnight. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I'm very excited to continue this story. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. It's really, really hard to say that you guys could enjoy it as much as I have been. Oh, I swear I have been. But I just want to say thank you guys again for tuning in. I hope you all have a good night or whatever time it is where you guys are at. Thank you, Strasha. Thank you, Malice, Kay. Thank you, everyone who's joined in long or shortly in stream. Thank you, guys. I just want to say, that I hope you all have a good night, and hopefully we'll be able to continue this sometime again in the near future. I know I don't have a very consistent scheduling, but I am loving the game, and I love that you guys are joining me for it. So thank you again. Have a good night. Take care. Hope to catch you all again soon. Bye, everybody. Oh, yeah. Thank you for the shout out from Malice. It's appreciated.
Do it. My fucking goose does the same shit. You ever heard a goose hiss at you and honk? Fucking run for your life, bro. I like when the silly sounds start happening.
Kenny knows what fear is.
I always write back at him. Yeah, that's what we do to the male goose, dude. He'll hiss at you, and you have to go at him, and you're like, you have to go, He fucking literally hisses. He's like, tss, and he has his tongue out, and he'll come at you with his teeth. If you
Did I do this right? Yes. Yes, I did. I don't know, man. I do the shout-outs, not you. Hey! Shut up.
Okay,
You do shout-outs on your own. Ooh.
Oh! What?
Oh. Oh, the silent scream.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's so fine. I'm not fine. I'm not fine right now. That wasn't fine. Oh yeah, we haven't done much for shoutouts during stream. I mean, we don't often. You don't need to shout me out on my own stream, Stracha. What are you doing? What was that? Oh, your title is Once Human.
I'm still debating.
I thought I fixed that.
I want to approach with Connor. I know what I want to do with Marcus, but.
Oh, Detroit become human. Is that what I?
28 stab wounds.
I thought I updated this. I thought I updated the whole notification. Did I not? Did I not hit done when I was updating that info? Well, I guess you didn't tell me at the beginning of the stream what happened. Where'd you drop the ball there, mod? Well, great. Oh yeah, you were busy. I was busy too. Getting set up and ready. Get better mods. Well, maybe I'll ask Minsk if he's available next time. But, anyway, we'll continue and we'll see what Ladakin has planned in our next tune-in for I Want to Hug That Gator. Good night, guys. Take care. Bye.